Distinguished honorable colleagues, the House is already in session, please. The House is already in session, please. Honorable Taha, the House is already in session.
Sound public petition. No, I want it come. You know, I'm not familiar with how to just to my name.
Your name and the person, the owner.
Subject matter.
This is
and sign.
No, this is the petition.
I have to call his name first.
This petition
is signed.
Honorable Onokulusi.
Honorable colleagues, I have examined and approved the votes and proceedings of Wednesday, 2nd July 2025. In our midst, honorable colleagues, this morning are Law Students Associations of Nigeria from the Office of the National Secretary General, Faculty of Law, Nasarawa State University, KEFI. They are here to observe our proceedings. Please, can you rise for recognition? Honorable colleagues, can we appreciate them, particularly the lawyers in us? Honorable Tinda, you are not actually clapping well. You are welcome. You may sit down, please. We also have students coming from Anglican Girls Grammar School. They are also here to observe our proceedings, immaculately dressed. Can we appreciate them, please? They are welcome. Please, you can sit down. Clerk.
Go back and come on.
Honorable colleagues, I have an announcement coming from the Clerk of the House, Dr. Hayat Anzaria. And this announcement reads as follows. This is to inform honorable members that the National Assembly Open Week starts next week, Tuesday, 8th July through Thursday, 10th July 2025. Consequently, there will not be plenary throughout next week. Honorable members are reminded that the National Assembly Open Week is a special event aimed at fostering engagement and awareness of our legislative processes. It is equally an opportunity to promote civic education, which strengthens public participation in democracy. This year's theme promises to further build trust between citizens and government, and also encourage youth and civil society involvement in politics and governance. All members are enjoined to participate positively in the 3-day program, especially as to ensure legislative and democratic cooperation. Signed, Dr. Yahya Danzaria, Esquire. We have an announcement again coming from Honorable Dr. Sulema Abubakar Gumi, and his message reads as follows. I'm delighted to share with you and my esteemed colleagues that on May 21st, 2025, I was conferred with the chieftaincy title as the Otumba Fueboye, which means King's right-hand chief with impeccable character, of Ayeka Kingdom by His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Babatunde Michael Ayeyo, the Lamure of Ayeka Kingdom. This honor, bestowed upon me by the monarch of a traditional state with a rich history and royal lineage, is a privilege. I would be grateful if you could extend the appreciation of the House to His Royal Highness for this distinction. Please accept my highest esteem and regards. Sincerely, signed, Honorable Sulema Abubakar Gumi. So, Honorable Gumi, on behalf of the House, we are extending our congratulations to you and appreciation to His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. Babatunde Michael Ayewa. Congratulations. Honorable colleagues, this is to announce the presence of delegates of the Network of Africa Parliamentarians of Defense and Security Committees who are here to observe our plenary. The delegates are attending the 8th Conference of the Network of Africa Parliamentarians of Defense and Security Committees, holding in Abuja from 2nd to 4th July 2025, hosted by our House Committee on National Security and Intelligence. The delegates will be admitted into the hallowed chambers accordingly. The Leader of the House, please can you move for the suspension of our rules to admit our visitors?
Mr. Speaker, I'm Professor Julius Ihanvere, CON, of one federal constituency, Edo State. I rise to move that the House do suspend relevant portions of our rules to enable us to admit visitors into the chambers. I so move.
The Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I rise to second the motion as moved by the House Leader. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is have it. The Deputy Chief Whip, when they are ready and available, please kindly lead them into the chamber. Honorable colleagues, on this very beautiful morning of Thursday, it's my pleasure to announce to you the resignation of some of our members from PDP to the greatest party in Africa, APC. And I'm sure in the spirit of sportsmanship, the opposition will also help us celebrate today because it's a very historic day. I'm sure Honorable Chinda, Honorable Ali JC, and Alema Daiki will join us in celebrating these very important members of the House who are leaving PDP to join APC. And I start reading the letters beginning from the one submitted by Right Honorable Oyime Idem, the Chairman, Committee on Public Procurement. And his letter reads as follows. Resignation of membership of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressive Congress, APC. He said, it is with great sense of responsibility and love for my people that I make this formal statement. Having been a loyal and committed member of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, for about 26 years, and through the party's platform, served the people of Okonafun and Oruk Anam Federal Constituency, Akwa Ibom State, and Nigeria diligently, and contributed immensely to the growth and development of our dear people. My conviction to continuously attract dividends of democracy to my federal constituency and state is paramount and stands far above other considerations. However, the escalating internal crisis in the PDP, especially regarding the office of the National Secretary, where some party officials currently lay claim to, and other irreconcilable differences, have caused me to review my membership of the party. As aptly captured in Section 68, subsection 1G of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, the issues within the party have justified my decision to resign my membership of the PDP forthwith, after extensive consultation with my family and constituents. Consequently, I hereby announce my defection to the All Progressives Congress, APC. Thank you. God bless Ukanafun / Oruk Anam Federal Constituency. God bless Akwa Ibom State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Signed, Honorable Onyime Idem. Honorable Idem, congratulations. I'm sure you have taken the right decision, and you are welcome to APC.
The man is not happy.
Please, you can just sit down. When we finish announcing the others, you can all come together for a handshake with the minority and the majority leadership.
The man is not happy.
The second letter is coming from Rep. Martins Esin, member representing Oram, Umbo, Okubo, Odum, Okwo, Orefok, Oruko Federal Constituency, and the Chairman Committee on Youth Development. His letter this morning to us is captioned Notice of Resignation from the People's Democratic Party, PDP. And his message reads as follows. I write to formally notify the Honorable House of my resignation from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, since June 20, 2025. This is in alignment with the yearnings of my constituents in Oron, Umbo, Ukubo, Odung, Uko, Oruefo, Oruko Federal Constituency, as well as the collective aspiration of Akwa Ibom people. My decision stems from the national and zonal leadership crisis and divisions within the People's Democratic Party. Consequently, I have chosen to pursue my legislative mandate under the platform of the All Progressive Congress, APC, where I believe I can more effectively contribute to the advancement of our nation. Please accept the assurances of my esteemed regards. Sincerely, signed, Rep. Martins Esin. The leader of the youth, congratulations and welcome to APC. Members of APC, can we please appreciate him? Honorable colleagues, the next member who has also sent a letter or notice of resignation is Honorable Obong Paul Ekpo, member representing Etinan / Insit Ibom, Insit Ubiom, Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom. And his letter reads as follows. I write to bring to the notice of the Right Honorable Speaker and my esteemed colleagues that following the leadership instability in the People's Democratic Party, which has polarized the party, I resign my membership from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in my ward on the 17th of June and accordingly move to the All Progressive Congress, APC, on the same date. My resignation followed an elaborate consultation with my constituents critical stakeholders and leaders of thought in my federal constituency and my state, Akwa Ibom, in general. Being a true representative of my people, this movement has become expedient owing to the increased call from my constituents to align myself with a progressive political party that will best accommodate our shared hope, political values, and principles. I accept the assurances of my highest regard. Yours faithfully, signed, Honorable Paul A. Ekpo, Deputy Chairman, House Committee on Hydrological Services. Is Honorable Obon around? Honorable colleagues, can we please appreciate this gentleman and congratulate him for taking the right decision. You are welcome to APC, the party of progress and development and prosperity. Honorable colleagues, I have another announcement, this time coming from no other than Honorable Uduak Alphonsus Odudo, the Deputy Chairman, Committee on Maritime Safety, Education and Administration, a member representing Ikot Abasi, Mkat Enin, Eastern Obolo Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State. And his letter reads as follows. Notification of my defection from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to All Progressive Congress, APC. And he said, I write to inform you that on the 17th day of June, 2025, I had officially resigned my membership of my former party, the People's Democratic Party. My letter of resignation was addressed and forwarded to my ward chairman, the ward chairman of PDP in Ipa, Nuk Asang Ward 1, Ikot Abasi Local Government Area, Akwa Ibom State. In the said letter, I stated my reasons for resignation. On the 18th of June 2025, I defected to the All Progressive Congress in my ward, where I was received by the ward chairman of APC and other prominent members of APC in my ward. On the 21st day of June 2025, I was received alongside with our governor, His Excellency Pastor Umo Basi Eno, by the immediate past national chairman of APC, His Excellency Alhaji Abdullah Umar Ganduje, and other prominent national figures of APC at Goswell Apabio International Stadium, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Today, I feel honored to inform you that I am now a member of All Progressive Congress, APC. While thanking my former party for giving me several platforms to serve in the past, I wish my former party well in his endeavors. As a member of the All Progressive Congress now, let me assure you that I will contribute my quota to ensure the party's successes in all ramifications. Please, as usual, accept the assurances of my esteemed regards. Thank you. Signed, Honorable Uduak Alphonsus Odudo. Honorable Uduak, welcome to APC. Congratulations for taking the right decision. Honorable colleagues from APC, can we appreciate this gentleman, please? You're welcome. The next letter before me is from Rep.
Order, please. Order, please, temporarily.
Who is the Deputy Chairman, House Committee on University Education. Order, please. Order. Order,
please.
Sese, please, can you find your seat? Honorable Bapa, please, can you please sit properly? Thank you. Honorable Ete has a letter for us this morning, and the content of the letter reads as follows. Notification of defection from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressive Congress. And the content of his letter reads as follows. The above subject matter refers. I wish to notify the Right Honorable Speaker and my respected colleagues that due to the national and zonal leadership crisis within the People's Democratic Party, and after a careful consideration and consultation with critical stakeholders, political associates, and constituents in Iket, Ona, Esit Iket, Ibeno Federal Constituency, and Akwa Ibom State at large, I resign my membership from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, on the 5th day of June, 2025, and join the All Progressive Congress Party, APC, on the 6th day of June, 2025. As a true representative of the people, I believe that this defection has become exigent and compelling owing to the increased call from my constituents to align myself with a stable political party that will best accommodate our collective political values and principles. Please accept my best regards and appreciation. Yours in service, signed, Rep. Opolupun Ete FNIMN ANIPR PHF, Deputy Chairman, House Committee on University Education. Honorable Ete, on behalf of both the majority and the minority leadership, we are congratulating you. Welcome to APC. Honorable members of APC family, can we please appreciate this gentleman? Honorable Zax, can you support us a little with the Honorable Abiente? Honorable Abiente, are you with us here? I'm making an announcement and you're reading something.
I thought you said members of the All Progressive Congress should clap.
I said all sportmen. All sportmen of the house.
I had APC, sir.
And I know you're a sportman.
Of course I am.
So please help me appreciate Honorable Ete.
Am I not? I don't know, sir. No, I don't know.
Thank you. God bless you. Honorable colleagues, the next member who has a message for us this morning is Right Honorable Emmanuel Upon Udo, the Chairman Committee on Digital and Electronic Banking. And his message reads as follows. Notification of resignation as a member of the Young Progressive Party. This time around not PDP, YPP. And his message reads as follows. I write to inform you, Honorable Speaker, of my resignation as a member of the Young Progressive Party, YPP. This has come following some internal crisis in the Young Progressive Party, and this has resulted into many unresolved issues. After due consultation with my family, stakeholders, and supporters across Ikono, Imi Federal Constituency, I have decided that the best course of action at this time is to withdraw my membership from the Young Progressive Party, YPP, to the All Progressive Congress, APC. It has indeed been a privilege to contribute towards nation building on the platform of the Young Progressive Party, YPP. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for your graciousness and leadership. Sincerely, signed, Rep. Emmanuel Upon Udo, PhD, member representing Ikono/Ini Federal Constituency of our Akwa Ibom State. Honorable Emmanuel, congratulations. Congrats and welcome to APC. Members of our APC family here, please, can we appreciate this gentleman? Congratulations and welcome. The last but not the least is also another letter submitted by Honorable Barrister Imebi Okon, and the title of his letter reads resignation of membership from People's Democratic Party, PDP, and the message is
order, please, order, House, order, please, order, please. Honorable Asosa, Honorable Asosa, Honorable Asosa. Order, please.
Honorable Banye, please can you maintain orderliness there, please? Honorable Ete, please can you sit down? Honorable Zana, can you please find your seat? His message reads as follows. Arising from the intractable crisis and factionalization in the national organ of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, I write to formally notify the House of the resignation of my membership from the party with effect from 6 June 2025. After due consultations with my constituents, I have decided to place my membership with the All Progressive Congress APC. It is my belief that my membership of the APC, beyond supporting Mr. President in the good job he is doing for the country, will positively impact on my federal constituency. Yours sincerely signed, Honorable Ime Base Okon, member representing Itu-Stroke Ibiono Ibom Federal Constituency, Akwa Ibom State. Honorable Ime, congratulations. You are welcome to APC. I hope others from neighboring states will follow suit, because I'm sure you are taking the right decision. Honorable members from the APC, can we please appreciate this gentleman? You are most welcome. All of you, if you so wish, can present yourselves for a handshake with the leadership of both the majority and the minority parties. I'm sure Honorable Chinda has positioned himself to receive you from the other side. Honorable colleagues, We have two announcements. Please, Honorable, please find your seats. Order. Order, please. Members, kindly take your seats, please. Order, please. Please, can we find our seats?
I will do things without consideration now.
Mr. Speaker, can we take our point of order now?
Yes, you can. Order, please. Go ahead, please.
Honorable Martins, Honorable Billy, Honorable Gumi, Honorable Smania.
Mr. Speaker, my dear
Order,
colleagues.
please.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Let me start by saying that indeed we have been seeing defections on the floor of the House, but I feel very sad this morning. Very, very sad, not just for the defection, but sad for the democracy that we are practicing today. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, aside that, whilst I stand to raise this point of order, I want to start by conceding that under Section 40 of our Constitution, every citizen, including parliamentarians, have a right of peaceful assembly and association, a right to choose political parties that they wish to belong to. Therefore, whilst our colleagues are enjoying this right this morning, we also want to say that there are conditions and consequences that follow these rights. And so the Constitution has also provided in Section 66, 1G, the consequences when you choose to enjoy this right under Section 40 of the Constitution. And let me put it on record that where there is division within a party, the highest court of the land has ruled to interpret what that means. And as we speak today, it will be unlawful, it will be out of place, it will be inappropriate to conclude that the People's Democratic Party has a division in the eyes of the law within the party. It is not in place if you look at the judgment of the Supreme Court, sir. Mr. Speaker, having said so, I would therefore urge you to act in line with the constitutional provision in Section 68, 1G. I would also want to say that you allow our colleague, Honorable Barrister M.B. Shehu, to please wrap up this point of order. I will plead with the Speaker to do so. He has a right. He has a right. He has the right to. He has a right to so do. The rules permit him. The rules of the House is in the bosom of the Speaker. I have raised the point of order, and I
The
plead
point
with
of
him.
order is only recognizing you. He has
Very
not
well.
actually
It's your
raised
discretion
one.
to so do, sir.
Well,
But
using my discretion, I only recognize you.
thank you, sir.
And your
So
point
I
of
so
order
move.
is noted, leader.
Thank you.
And I'm sure members have heard you. We'll see how it goes. Thank you very much. Honorable colleagues, we have two announcements additionally. The first is coming from Honorable Barrister Okejoy Onukulasi, the chairman, Nigeria United States of America Parliamentary Friendship Group, and his message reads as follows. There will be a meeting of the Nigeria United States of America Parliamentary Friendship Group, which comes up as follows. Date Monday, 7th July 2025. Time 12 noon. Venue, room 348, New Wing, House of Reps. Please take note of the date, Monday, 7th July, and time is 12 noon. Venue 348, New Wing, House of Reps. No, all the other announcements, I'm sure, are very, very friendly to the opposition. They will not complain about them for today. But I'm not guaranteeing upper week. There may be some other additional informations. The last but not the least is just a notification of birthday of one of our own, Honorable Bob Solomon, member representing Ahoda East, Abua and Odual Federal Constituency of Rivers State. Today, honorable colleagues, is his birthday. So on behalf of the House, I'm sure he's not around. We are wishing him all the best. And the members are enjoined to please visit him in his office or at home to celebrate with him on this very historic day of his life. Congratulations, Honorable Bob Solomon. Honorable colleagues, any member with petition? Honorable Joy.
Thank you, the People's Speaker. Esteemed colleagues, Mr. Speaker, I have a very important petition here addressed to you, Your Excellency, the Speaker of the 10th Assembly, dated the 9th day of June 2025. Mr. Speaker, this petition is coming from Star Lane Attorney and Associate, signed by S.O. Obeke Esquire. Mr. Speaker, the petition reads, petition against Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Agoka and 22 others of the Armed Support Engineering Regiment of the Nigerian Army at Ibode, Ijesha, Osun State, for perpetrating acts of gross violation of human rights and abuse of power. The prayers are well written down on this petition, and they seek that intervene in this request. The second is coming from Umar Danjuma and Malik Medugu. This petition is against refusal of the Director General of Nigerian Institute of Mining and Geoscience, JOS, for failure to pay for the service they render to this agency under the federal government. Mr. Speaker and distinguished police, their prayers are well engrafted in this petition, and with a leave and leave of the half, I seek to lay this petition for your intervention.
Please go ahead. Honorable, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My dear colleagues, my name is Umar Ajilo, member representing Makarfi Kudan Federal Constituency from Kaduna State. Mr. Speaker, I have a petition here signed from the Hashim Abubakar from Suleja, Niger State. Subject appeals for the reinstatement into service following the dismissal by the management of National Agency for the Prohibitions of Trafficking in Person, NAPTIP, on 13 September 2008. Signed, Hashim Abubakar. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, permit me to lay these petitions before the Honorable House. Thank you.
Honorable Ajulo, please proceed and lay your report, your petition. Any more petitions, please? Any more? No? All petitions are referred to the Committee on Public Petitions for further legislative action. Honorable colleagues, it's my pleasure to recognize the presence of participants of the 8th REPAM CDS conference who are here today to observe our proceedings. And the list of the participants are as follows. We have Dembe Sustain from RCA, Republic of Congo, right? Please, can we appreciate him? We have Honorable Jimmy Smith coming from Liberia. Is he around? You're welcome. We have Yo Fozi coming from RCI. RCI means Côte d'Ivoire, Republic of Côte d'Ivoire. We have Kone Lassina, also coming from Côte d'Ivoire. Is he around, please? We have Kokosio Tomin Alexis, coming from Côte d'Ivoire as well. We have Thibaut Tichin Michel, coming from Côte d'Ivoire. We have Godwin Jean Jacques, coming from Côte d'Ivoire. We have Kofi Anebo Jacques Olive, coming from Côte d'Ivoire. We have Mikindo Ruben, coming from RDC. RDC means, which country is that? Republic of Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo. You're welcome. Yeah. We have Mr. Iboy Guye, coming from Senegal. You're welcome. We have Diakite Moraman Kaba, coming from Senegal. You're welcome. We have Ali Salihu, coming from Cameroon. We have Gonu Abdullahi, coming from Benin. We have Koiro Ayuba, coming from Benin Republic. We have Jafar Hashim, coming from Mauritania. We have Kombase Jean Marie, coming from Burkina Faso. We have Bahuba Nobat from Burkina Faso. We have Inji Sidi, coming from Gambia. And incidentally, he is the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of Gambia. You are most welcome, Your Excellency. We have Dumfa Salifu, coming from Gambia. We have Ahmad Satomi, coming from Nigeria. One of our own. We have Shaban Ibrahim, one of our own, the former chairman of National Intelligence. You're welcome. We have Honorable Tobias Rootshop, coming from Conrad, the sponsor of this program. You're welcome. We have Kone Abubakar, also from Conrad. You're welcome. We have Kama Tape, who is also a conferencier. You're most welcome. We have Anzan Koko, Konfaben, Konko, Anzan Koko, is he around? No? We have Timothy Aisata from Conrad. You're welcome. We have General Muwo Jean Christopher from the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire. Is he around? You're welcome. And honorable colleagues, with your kind permission, I would want the leadership of this group to call for a handshake here, after which they can go back to their seats and they observe our plenary. So the people on the front seat, please, if you care, You can call for a handshake here. Honorable Isaka, please lead them. Honorable colleagues, it's my pleasure and privilege to invite Honorable Hussein Mohamed Jallo, who has a motion that he feels is important and urgent for your attention this afternoon. Honorable Hussein Jallo, please can you rise and move your motion?
Right, Honorable Speaker, sir, I'm Hussein Mohamed Jallo, representing the Federal Constituency of Kaduna State. Right, Honorable Speaker, my colleagues, permit me to present a motion on the urgent need to address the devastating rainfall and windstorm disaster in the communities and wards in the Federal Constituency of Kaduna State. The motion is on...
Requested for, have you cited the relevant rules? Have you?
Permit me to suspend Order 5, Rule 8 of the relevant rules for me to present this motion on urgent national importance. So, Order 8, Rule 5.
I thought you said so that we can refer to Order 5 and see whether it is appropriate.
Sir. Order 8, Rule 5 of our relevant rules, sir.
Honorable Bapa, the first leg of the motion.
The People's Speaker, Dr. Tajuddin Abbasi Azizo, distinguished colleagues, I am Aliyu Bappa Miso, an accountant and a fellow, chairman, Small Sums and Light Weapons. I stand to second the first leg of the motion, that this motion be heard because of its importance. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Second leg of the motion. Honorable Kamis.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Respective colleagues, I am Honorable Abdul Hakim Kamilo Ado, representing with Dilgarko Federal Constituency from Kano State. Mr. Speaker, I stand to second the second leg of this motion, that it is urgent to be heard. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Honorable Jallo, you have the floor.
Right, Honorable Speaker, a motion on the urgent need to address the devastating rainfall and windstorm disaster in communities and wards in the Federal Constituency of Kaduna State. The House notes that on Tuesday, 20th May 2025, communities and wards across the Federal Constituency Kaduna State experienced heavy rainfall and windstorm, which claimed lives, injuries, destroyed houses and marketplaces, worship centers and other infrastructure, thereby rendering thousands of citizens homeless, jobless, and have made life unbearable to them. Also note that the disaster has plunged families into serious humanitarian crisis, thereby exposing the people to agents of malaria, other diseases causing organisms and bacteria, as well as serious hunger and poverty. Cognizant that out of the 12 wards in my constituency, 8 have been severely impacted by this natural calamity, and the most affected wards are Korau, Igabi, Biniyero, Sabon Binindaji, Turunku, Zangaon, Rigasa, and Afaka wards. Also concerned that among these wards, Korau and Igabi have experienced the most devastating effects, with countless families displaced and in the urgent need of assistance, as some are currently receiving medical treatment in hospitals across the constituency. Resolved that the storm took more than 5 lives, left more than 20 persons hospitalized, damaged more than 65 electric poles with line cables, properties worth more than 850 naira destroyed, and several people displaced. Most resolved is that if no humanitarian assistance is urgently given to these people, I cannot imagine the crisis my constituency will be thrown into. House resolves, commiserate with the people of the federal constituency and Kaduna State over the losses of lives and properties occasioned by this disaster. 2. Urge the National Emergency Management Agency to urgently provide relief materials and other household needs to get the victims of the disaster in the affected communities. 3. Urge the Rural Electricity Agency and Kaduna Electricity Distribution Company to erect and repair electricity cables being destroyed by the disaster so as to restore power supply to the communities. Lastly, mandate the committees on NEMA, Rural Electrification Agency, and legislative compliance to ensure compliance.
Honorable Badao, please dissolve that conference.
Any seconder? Honorable Mepalas.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Kabiru Ahmadu Mepalas is my name. I represent the entire people of Gusau's IP Federal Constituency. I am from Zamfara State. I rise to second the motion heavily moved by my colleague. I so second. Thank you.
Before we put the question, let me recognize Honorable Jaha, who wants to contribute on this subject matter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I'm a Jaha Babao, Chibok Dambo Goza Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, permit me to start by commending Honorable Hussaini Jallo for bringing up this matter of urgent public importance that affects almost many communities, if I can put it this way. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in the same vein, I was in my constituency, to be precise, on 21st day of last month, and there was a heavy downpour, rainfall that devastated a community in Chibok local government known as Mbokura, as well as Gumsuri community in Dambua. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the most pathetic part of it is these communities were reduced almost 90% to rubbles as a result of the heavy rainfall. And at the same time, our shock is this is just the beginning of a rainy season, particularly in our area. In fact, it's the first heavy rainfall that we have from my constituency, but there is a flooding. So my concern is, if you hold to no objection, I would like to propose some amendment to include my constituency from Borno State. Mr. Speaker, with your kind permission, can I go ahead and make the amendment?
Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. My first amendment is that the motion to cover Gumsuri and Mboa districts of Dambua and Chibok local government respectively. 2. Call on NEDC, that is Northeast Development Commission, to provide relief materials to alleviate the sufferings of victims from my constituency. 3. Call on NEMA to send a technical committee to Gumsuri and Boa communities of Dambua and Chibok local government respectively to identify the remote and immediate causes of the flood disaster. Then lastly, observe a minute silence in honor of the victims of such disaster. I so move. Thank you, sir.
Any seconder to the amendment? Honorable Satomi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Engineer Satomi Ahmad, representing the good people of Jere Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Borno State. I rise this morning to second the amendment heavily moved by Honorable Ahmad Jaha. I so second, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Those in support of this amendment should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support of this motion as amended should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committees on Emergency and Disaster Preparedness, Committee on Northeast Development Commission, Committee on National Rural Electrification for further legislative action. Honorable colleagues, shall we please rise for a minute silence? May the soul of the departed rest in peace. Honorable colleagues, the next motion is coming from Right Honorable Zakaria Dauda Nyampa, member representing Madagali, Michika, Federal Constituency of Adamawa State. Honorable Zakaria, please can you rise and move your motion?
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleagues. I remain Dauda Zakaria Nyampa, member representing the people of Madagali, Michika Federal Constituency from Adamawa State. I rise under Order 8, Rule 5, matter of urgent public importance on the incessant killing and kidnapping in my constituency, the Madagali Michika Federal Constituency, that I seek the leave of the House and Mr. Speaker that this matter be considered urgent and important, and that we suspend our relevant rule to enable me to take this motion. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Honorable Idem, on condition that you will include your party affiliation in your introduction.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished colleagues, my name is Idem Unyime, member representing Ukanafu, Norowanam Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I am a new and the latest member of APC.
God bless you.
Brand new member, tier-over member of APC. I rise to second the motion as proposed by my colleague. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Honorable Martin, being a brand new member too, on that condition, please second the second leg.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Speaker. Respected colleagues, my name is Honorable Martin Sesson. I represent the people of Oron, Mbo, Okobo, Udunko, Orugo Federal Constituency. I am a member of the All Progressives Congress. I rise this afternoon to second the motion, the second leg of the motion. I so second.
Before I put the question, let me congratulate Honorable Zakaria for having two brand new members of APC seconding your motion. It says a lot, and we're hoping that the future will be bright, or brighter for all of us here. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Honorable Zakaria, you have the floor.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the People's Speaker. My colleagues, I remain Dauda Zakaria Nyampa, member representing the people of Madagali Michika Federal Constituency. I rise today to present this motion on the killings and kidnapping going in my constituency, especially the recent one of yesterday in Dar Pambula area of Madagali local government of Madagali Michika Federal Constituency of Adamawa State. Note with deep pain and national concern that just yesterday the communities of Dar and Pambula in Madagali area were attacked by unknown gunmen, resulting in gruesome killing of at least 5 people and kidnapping of an unknown number of people that went to their farm and couldn't come back home. Further note that this horrific attack followed a pattern of repeated violence, terror, and lawlessness inflicted on my people, who have now been forced to flee their homes in fear. Disturbed that the concerned absence of sustained and adequate security presence in those areas has enabled this attack to strike repeatedly, leaving family devastated, destroyed, and traumatized. Concerned that the victims of these attacks are largely poor rural farmers whose ability to feed their families and contribute to national food security is now severely undermined. Alarmed that this act of violence are not being met with swift and effective response, thereby embodying further bloodshed and deepening the humanitarian crisis in my area and in that region. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I urge this House to call on the Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Army Staff, the Inspector General of Police for immediate deployment of Joint Security Task Force to Madagali local government area of Adamawa State, and to establish a permanent operating base to prevent further attack and restore security. Mandate the Committee on National Security and Intelligence, Defense and Police Affairs to investigate the occurring security lapses in the region, conduct an assessment and report back within 2 weeks. And also to observe a minute silence, Mr. Speaker, for those that were killed, and urge the National Emergency Management Agency to provide immediate relief, which should include shelter, food, medical, and trauma support to displaced families in Dar, Palam, and surrounding communities. Appeal to the federal government to designate the affected areas in Madagali as a security priority zone, launch recovery and rehabilitation initiative to support victims and rebuild the public trust. And also, Mr. Speaker, I want to take advantage of your loving kindness to Nigerians to even call the security officers that this Madagali issue, they should not wait for protocol, they should go and help our people and save them, Mr. Speaker. This is out of your kindness and humanitarian support always. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the killing in Dar and Pambula are a strategic reminder that many of our citizens remain vulnerable to violence and neglect. The people of Madagali deserve more than our sympathy. They deserve action, protection, and justice. I therefore urge the House to support this motion in the interest of peace, security, and national unity and development. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Emerewa.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I remain Boniface Emerewa, representing the people of Ikwere Emoha Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker, from Rivers State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion ably moved by my colleague, Mr. Nyampa. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Aye. I have already put the question. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committees on Defense, National Security, Police Affairs, National Emergency and Disaster Preparedness for further legislative action. Honorable colleagues, shall we rise for a minute silence, please? May their soul rest in peace. The next motion, honorable colleagues, is coming from Honorable Dr. Suleiman Abubakar Gumi. What is the title? The new title, please can you remind me of the title so that I can
Otumba
address you?
Fuaboy.
So the next motion is coming from Right Honorable Dr. Otumba Suleiman Abubakar Gumi, member representing Gumi Bukuyum Federal Constituency of Zamfara State.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. I'm Dr. Suleiman Abubakar Gumi, member representing Gumi Bukuyum Federal Constituency from Zamfara State, the Otumba Fuaboy of Oyeka Kingdom. Honorable colleagues, I stand under Order 8 Rule 5 to once again ask you to allow me take a matter of urgent national importance, which is on the urgent need to contain the ongoing killings in communities in Gumi and Bukuyum Federal Constituency. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to the first leg? I don't know, that's Sardana that is just coming in now. Will be willing and interested in seconding the first leg after telling all the subject matter of this motion.
Honorable Mike, order please.
Your Excellency, with due respect to the chair, you know it will be difficult for me to actually reflect on the subject matter.
But you are the
as directed, I would like to say that I'm glad that Mr. Speaker is giving me a golden opportunity to second a motion to which I just came in and met on the floor. Your Excellency, I so second.
Thank you. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. Nice have it. Second leg of the motion. Okay. Honorable Solomon Wombo.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Speaker. Honorable colleagues, my name is Solomon Wombo. I represent the people of Kasnala, Okum, Logo Federal Constituency. I am from Benue State. Your Excellency, I stand to second the motion. The second leg of the motion, as ably moved by my colleague, that the motion is urgent enough for us to set aside our rules and take it now. I so second, Your Excellency. Colleagues, thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. Nice have it. Otumba, over to you.
Thank you, my Speaker, honorable colleagues. The topic of the motion is urgent need to contain the ongoing killings in communities in Gumi and Bukuyum Federal Constituency from Zamfara State. The House notes that the level of insecurity as a result of banditry in Gumi and Bukuyum local government areas of Zamfara State has taken a new dimension. Aware that the agrarian communities of Gumi and Bukuyum local government of Zamfara State are currently under the siege of bandits terrorizing the entire communities. Also aware that communities such as Ruwanjema, Kurfatanya, Rafimiki, Gasaula, Yashi, Tudumburji, Maizago, Buzuzu, Godai, Rayau, Sadawa, Zauma, and Kudubu in Bukuyum local government areas are currently under attack by bandits without any intervention from the security forces. As at last count, over 26 individuals have been killed, while many were maimed by the bandits who rushed their cows, burnt their houses and motorcycles, and also carted away their foodstuffs and their other properties. Further aware of the ongoing attack by bandits in communities such as Gazura, Ruwankwahi, Kali, Damaga, all in Birnin Magaji ward of Gumi local government area, these attacks left some villagers and 4 local security guards dead. The bandits also looted their foodstuffs, cattle, and properties. Informed that the people of Gumi and Bukuyum local government areas of Zamfara State are currently at the mercy of bandits due to non-intervention by security forces. Believe that urgent intervention by security forces is needed to restore hope to the people of Gumi and Bukuyum local government areas of Zamfara State, whose means of livelihood, mostly farmers, has been taken away by bandits. The House resolves, 1, to observe a minute silence for the departed. to urge the Chief of Defense Staff and Army Staff and Inspector General of Police to, as a matter of urgency, mobilize security forces to communities in Gumi and Bukuim local government areas of Zamfara State. Commend the military for intensifying efforts towards curbing banditry in other parts of Zamfara State. Mandate the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development to, as a matter of urgency, provide relief materials to the displaced people in the affected areas in Gumi and Bukuim local government areas. Mandate the Committee on Defense, Army, Police Affairs, Emergency and Disaster Preparedness and Internally Displaced Persons and Refugees to ensure compliance. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Abente.
Mr. Speaker, mine would have been after it has been seconded. Additional prayer.
Any seconder? The leader of the youth.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I own GCFR. My name is Olamiju Onlo Ayodeji Alao Akala. I represent Nigerian State from Ogumosho North, South, and Rio Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I represent the Petitions State, Oyo State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to second the motion as ably raised by my colleague. I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Before I put the question, let me yield the floor to Honorable Abente. But before that, let me recognize the presence of Honorable Manusuru and Bapa. I don't know when I will get explanation. Can you stand up, please? I can see you always wearing identical caps. And the House, I think, deserves to know why your caps are also going along the same pattern with the NNP people. Are we having something about it that is unique that this House needs to know? Oh, really?
Right Honorable Speaker, we are wearing the cap in solidarity with our governor.
Good to hear.
Thank you,
At least we are enlightened.
Yeah, he has served his second tenure and he may be contesting the President of Nigeria in 2027.
Really? So wish him good luck. Honorable Abente, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, very wonderful Speaker. Dogowa, don't distract me. Mr. Speaker, and my very wonderful colleagues, our G. Nombek, Dagomie, Abiante, and Donny people in Kora Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, the additional prayer that I want to add stems from the fact that we are the conscience of this country and we should set standards. Oftentimes we come here, we ask for 1 minute silence, deployment of troops. We have not considered the role of technology in the current times. So I want to add that we urge all security agencies to adapt, and deploy technology as a way of gathering intelligence. If it's happening here, it's happening there, we don't have enough men to send. If we deploy technology to gather intelligence, I think and I believe that it would help us. So we urge all security agencies to adapt, and deploy technology for surveillance and response. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Are you just advising or you are proposing it to be part of the prayers?
Additional prayers, I urge all security agencies.
Okay, any seconder to this amendment? Honorable Jah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I'm a Jah Baba, Chibok Dambo, Goza Federal Constituency. I rise to second a motion, an amendment ably moved by Honorable Awaji Nombek, Dagomie, Abiante. I so second.
Those in support of this amendment should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Those in support of this motion as amended should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. This motion, honorable colleagues, is referred to the Committees on Defense, Army, Police Affairs, Emergency and Disaster Preparedness and Internally Displaced Persons for further legislative action. The leader of the House, please can you move for the House to suspend its relevant rules to take one additional motion?
Another minute silence, sir.
Before then, leader, let us observe the minute silence, please.
It's getting too much.
It's getting too much.
Huh?
Something has to be done drastically too.
You have accepted that in the motion. Can we please observe a minute silence, please? May their soul rest in peace. So, leader, please, you can proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to move that we suspend relevant sections of our rules to take an additional matter of urgent public importance. I so move.
Leader of the minority, please can you kindly second?
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I rise to second the motion moved by the House Leader. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is of it. Honorable colleagues, it's my privilege to call on Honorable Donald Ojogo to move a motion that he consider urgent and important for your consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Our most respected Speaker, distinguished colleagues, Donald Ojogo is my name, and I represent the very wonderful people of Ilajese, the federal constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm a very unique Ijoma from Ondo State, Southwest Nigeria. I stand here before you this afternoon.
Order, please. Order, please. Honorably, order, please.
Urgent public importance, while relying on Order 8 through 5 of our rules, to present a motion of urgent public importance on the need for the federal government to intervene quickly in the ravaging flood disaster presently occurring in Ilajese, the federal constituency of Ondo State. Mr. Speaker, therefore, I will want to urge this House to step down the relevant rules for me to take this very important matter of urgent public importance. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to the first leg, Honorable David.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I remain Ogel David Agada, member representing Oju of the federal constituency. I'm from Benue State, the food basket of the nation, and a proud Igede son. I rise this afternoon to second this ably moved motion of matter of urgent public importance raised by my brother that has to do with the well-being of the masses, having the people's speaker. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is of it. Second leg of the motion, Honorable Pondi.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, my name is Julius Babos of Pondi. I represent the very industrious people of Putu Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker, in Zonkeme and from Delta State. I rise this afternoon to second the motion ably moved on my colleague, Honorable Donald. I say second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is of it. Honorable Ojogo, please go ahead.
Thank you, my most respected Speaker.
Abi?
This motion is a motion on the need for the federal government to intervene in the ravaging flood disaster that is occurring in...
So what was the pathway?
Okay, please speak louder so we can hear you. You mean you can't hear me? Even when you are here, you can't hear me. Ezoku.
Mr. Speaker, aware that a devastating flood, which occurred on the 1st of July 2025
is presently ravaging in Ilajes of the Federal Constituency of Ondo State and has affected several communities in that federal constituency. Concerned that the flood has affected about 17 out of the 22 electoral wards in the federal constituency and has displaced more than 15,000 persons in the area. 9 persons, Mr. Speaker, are affected by the floods and are already being hospitalized. Worried that the victims of the flood disaster are presently going through a lot of stress and trauma as a result of the ravaging floods and having been rendered homeless. It's more worrisome.
Order, please. Order, please.
In this case, the traditional prime minister of the ancient Arugbejo kingdom is among those displaced by the floods and is currently being housed in a very inhabitable environment. Convinced that there is an urgent need for the federal government to tackle the worsening situation in order to prevent the outbreak of waterborne diseases, which may cause an epidemic in the area.
Order,
Result,
please.
therefore, to urge the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to swing into action and send relief materials to the affected communities and provide shelter for the people displaced by the flood. 2, urge the federal government to provide special funds to tackle the menace of erosion in Ondo State, especially in the riverine areas of the state. Mandates, that's lastly, mandate the committees on environment as well as emergency and disaster preparedness to ensure compliance with the resolution of the House. I so move, Mr. Speaker, with gratitude. Thank you.
Any seconder to this motion? Honorable Barrister.
Right Honorable Speaker, I am Honorable Barrister Rabi Yusuf, a member representing Sumaileta Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Kano State. I stand today to support to second the motion heavily being moved by my colleague, and I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committees on Environment, Emergency and Disaster Preparedness for further legislative action. Honorable colleagues, the first business of the day is motion on... Sorry, we have taken that one. The second business of the day is presentation of 13 bills. I'll now invite the clerk to read their short titles.
Right, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members. National Directorate of Employment Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Compulsory Free Universal Basic Education Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Federal College of Nursing and Midwifery, Umuo, Ekiti State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Matrimonial Causes Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Counterfeit and Fake Drugs and Unwholesome Processed Foods Miscellaneous Provisions Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Administration of Criminal Justice Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Cocoa Research Institute, Idanre, Ondo State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Federal College of Health and Dental Technology, Ifedore, Ondo State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, 6th Alteration Bill 2025, first reading. Legislative Houses Powers and Privileges Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Wildlife Conservation Research Institute, Pandam, Kuan, Pan, Local Government Area, Plateau State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading.
Honorable colleagues, the third business of the day is presentation of report of the 19th session of the Parliamentary Union of Islamic Conference of OIC member states and for related matters and related meetings under the theme PUIC Silver Jubilee stroke sound governance and strong institutions as pillars of resilience, held at the Parliament of Indonesia, Jakarta, Republic of Indonesia. From standing in the name of Honorable Adamu Ibrahim Gamawa, Honorable Gamawa is invited to present the report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Right Honorable Dr. Tajuddin Abbas, GCON. My honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Adamu Ibrahim Gamawa, representing the good people of Gamawa Federal Constituency in Bauchi State. I rise this afternoon to move that the House do receive the report of the 19th session of the Parliamentary Union of Islamic Conference, PUIC, of OIC member states and related meetings under the theme, PUIC Silver Jubilee, Sound Governance and Strong Institutions as Pillars of Resilience, held at the Parliament of Indonesia, Jakarta, Republic of Indonesia, from 14 to 15 of May 2025. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Seconder, Honorable Hussain.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Hassan Sheikh Hussain. I represent the good people of Nasarawa Federal Constituency. I'm from Kano State. I rise to second the motion heavily moved by my colleague. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Honorable Gamawa, please proceed and lay your report. The first order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to amend the Nigerian Technical Aid Corps Act Cap N135, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Adewale Ahmed. Honorable members recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 11th March 2025. I now invite Honorable Ahmed to move that the bill be read a second time. Order, please. Honorable Fulata.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. My distinguished colleagues, I am Honorable Dr. Wale Ahmed. I represent Agege Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Lagos State. I rise this beautiful day with a deep sense of duty to move for the second reading of a bill for an act to amend the Nigerian Technical Aid Corps Act, Cap N135, Laws of the Federation, Federal Republic of Nigeria 2004, and for related matters. I so move, sir.
Any seconder? Any seconder, please? The youth has grown.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
But I don't know whether the leader of the youth will agree with me.
I agree, Mr. Speaker. I agree totally.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My highly respected colleagues, I remain Honorable Mukhtar Tolani Shagaya, representing Nigerians, starting from Ilorin West, as a federal constituency of Kwara State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion as ably moved by my friend and senior colleague, I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Honorable Ahmed, please, you have 2 minutes to explain to this House what the amendments are all about. I think we need to have more light into the areas of amendment in the Technical Aid Corps Act. Please go ahead.
Order, please, members. Order, please. Order, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. My distinguished colleagues, just by way of introduction, the Technical Aid Corps is a directorate under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It was established to deploy Nigerian professionals to sister African, Caribbean, and Pacific countries to share Nigeria's expertise in various fields of endeavor, promote South-South cooperation, and foster mutual development between Nigeria and partner countries. As a matter of fact, by way of digression, but a relevant digression, even Mr. President is currently in St. Lucia in the Caribbean to further the same relationship. Mr. Speaker and my honorable colleagues, we all know the scope for international development. We all know the scope for international development cooperation have expanded.
Order, please. Order, please. Honorable Mansour, please get seated.
Honorable Pascal, please can you find your seat? Honorable Pascal. Honorable Jega, can you please find your seat? Honorable Dabai, please.
Thank you, sir. Sir, we all know the scope for international development cooperation have expanded significantly in the last few decades. There are emerging issues such as climate change, food security, disaster risk reduction, and disaster management. Mr. Speaker, sir, my honorable colleagues, I actually did some little research, some kind of random sampling. And I found that most of our young men and women are not even aware in the first place of the activities of this critical agency. And by extension, they are not aware of the opportunities provided by this important agency of government. These are some of the reasons it has become expedient at this time. Even, Mr. Speaker, sir, if you permit me, it has become imperative to amend the Principal Act as follows. 1, to substitute Section 2 for a new Section 2 to expand...
1 minute. Honorable Isaka.
To substitute Section 2 of the Principal Act for a new Section 2 to expand the objective of the Act to address emerging global issues. 2, to amend Section 3 by substituting a new subsection 2 to modify the membership of the board to allow for representation by all the 6 geopolitical zones in the board. 3, to amend Section 4 by inserting a new paragraph to expand the functions of the directorate. Mr. Speaker, sir, my honorable colleagues, it is hoped actually that even in the process of enacting this amendment, necessary attention will be brought to this critical agency of government. I therefore, sir, respectfully urge my colleagues, my honorable colleagues, to support this bill as it promotes development, deepen diplomatic relations, and reaffirm Nigeria's commitment to the principle of mutual assistance among developing nations, and refer this bill for second reading and to the relevant committee for further legislative work and stakeholder consultations. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ahmed. I'm sure members are well enlightened and educated about these amendments. So with your kind permission, we go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this bill go for second reading say aye. Those against you say nay. That is it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to amend the Nigerian Technical Aid Co Act Cap N135 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 and for related matters, second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Foreign Affairs for further legislative action. The second order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to establish Federal Institute of Mining and Geosciences, Takum, Taraba State, to provide courses of instruction, training and research in the exploration and exploitation of minerals for national development and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Jonathan Gaza Gwefe and Honorable Sadiq Tafida. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 24 June 2025. I now invite Honorable Gaza to move that the bill be read the second time.
Right Honorable Speaker, my esteemed colleagues, my name is Gaza Jonathan Gwefe and I represent the people of Karu Kefi, Kokona Federal Constituency of Nasarawa State. I rise to move a motion for a bill for an act to establish Federal Institute of Mining and Geosciences, Takum, Taraba State, to provide courses of instruction, training and research in the exploitation of minerals for national development and for related matters, HB 2361, standing in my name as well as Honorable Sadiq Tefida. I so move.
Honorable Kelechi.
Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Honorable Kelechi Umugu. I'm from Rivers State, the treasure base of the nation. I speak for the people of Nigeria, starting from Echie Omoma Federal Constituency, Deputy Chairman Agric. I rise to second the motion moved by my colleague. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is have it. Honorable colleague, this is an establishment bill based on our tradition and practice. We leave it at the level of public hearing for discussion on the final details of the bill. So with your kind permission, we go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this bill go for second reading, say aye. Those against you say nay. There is have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to establish Federal Institute of Mining and Geosciences, Takum, Taraba State, to provide courses of instruction, training and research in the exploration and exploitation of minerals for national development and for related matters, second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Solid Minerals Development for further legislative action. The third order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, Cap A12, laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 to establish Federal College of Agriculture, Ijebu, Ijesa, Osun State, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Oluwale Oke, honorable members recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 12 July 2023. I'll now invite Honorable Oke to move that the bill be read the second time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my fellow colleagues. Oluwale Oke, Ijesha North, Osun State, and the only member of APC. Mr. Speaker, with your permission, I move that a bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, Cap A12 Law of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004, to establish Federal College of Agriculture, Ijebu-Jesha, Osun State, and for related matters. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any Osun State member who is desiring to join our brother Honorable Oke to become the second member of APC, so that I can yield the floor for you to second this motion. Where is Honorable Salami? No seconder, leader. The door is closed.
Your Excellency, sir.
Second, and then I will explain to you what I've just mentioned.
No, Your Excellency. I'm happy where I am, sir. Thank you, sir.
But I'm sure you still want to second this motion, don't you? You can second now. Second the motion for your brother.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the great leader of the 10th House of Representatives, the leader of all political parties, including my own political party, the People's Democratic Party. You are the leader, sir.
Thank you.
It is my pleasure, Your Excellency, to second the motion for the second reading of a bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, laws of the Federation, to establish Federal College of Agriculture in Ijebu-Jesha, Osun State, and for related matters. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. This is an establishment bill. Honorable colleagues, with your kind permission, we go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this bill go for second reading, say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to establish climate resilient commerce in Nigeria. A bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria CAF A12 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 to establish Federal College of Agriculture Ijebu-Jesha, Osun State, and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill, honorable colleagues, is referred to the Committee on Agricultural Colleges and Institutions for further legislative action. The fourth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to establish climate resilience commerce in Nigeria, to establish a framework for climate resilient commerce in Nigeria, promoting sustainable economic growth, and reducing the vulnerability of Nigerian businesses in climate-related risk and for related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Ahmed Munir. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Wednesday, 19th March 2025. And I invite Honorable Munir to move that the bill be read the second time.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, thank you, my honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Ahmed Munir, and I represent the awesome people of the Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Kaduna State, and before moving in, sir, please permit me to use this opportunity to thank you sincerely for your generosity and your philanthropic efforts all across Nigeria, but particularly Kaduna State, particularly Zone 1, particularly my local government during your midterm scorecard recently in Zaria. You put a lot of smiles on the faces of our Talakawas in Lere Federal Constituency. Thank you, sir. I hereby rise to move a motion for second reading for a bill for an act to establish climate resilient commerce in Nigeria, to establish a framework for climate resilient commerce in Nigeria, promoting sustainable economic growth and reducing the vulnerability of Nigerian businesses in climate-related risks and for related matters, HB 2206. Mr. Speaker, you are now newly designated as the Speaker of Hearts. Mr. Speaker, I so move. Thank you.
Honorable Deacon Okafo, you can take your leave.
Thank you so much, the Right Honorable Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, PhD, GCON. I am Honorable Chike John Okafor, PhD. I represent the good people of Ehimembano, Yitu Boma, Obo Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Imo State. I rise to second the motion ably moved by my brother for this bill to be read a second time. Mr. Speaker, colleagues, are so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is it. Honorable Munir, please can you elaborate a little for members to appreciate the import of this particular bill you are proposing?
Honorable Mepalas, order please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My name once more is Honorable Ahmed Munir, the member representing Lere Federal Constituency, Kaduna State. Climate resilient commerce refers to business practices designed to withstand the impact of climate change while contributing to a more sustainable economy. It proactively mitigates risks from extreme weather conditions, resource scarcity, and changing consumer preferences, ensuring long-term viability and responsible resource management. Climate-resilient commerce is investing in renewable energy and energy efficiency, thereby taming the use of fossil fuels and carbon emission. Developing a climate-smart agricultural practice which ensures food security, mitigating climate change impact on agriculture and aquaculture. Building resilient infrastructure that can withstand extreme weather conditions. Promoting sustainable transportation which reduces emissions through investments in electric vehicles. Integrating climate conditions into financial decision-making, actuarial science, sustainability reporting, unlocking global green funds. Based on the above benefit of climate-resilient commerce, it becomes imperative that the House do pass this bill. Dear honorable members, with your kind support to enable our beloved country embrace the future of commerce. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Munir. Members, I'm sure you are more enlightened concerning this bill. So with this, we go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this bill go for second reading, say aye. Those against, say nay. That is have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to establish climate-resilient commerce in Nigeria, to establish a framework for climate-resilient commerce in Nigeria, promoting sustainable economic growth and reducing the vulnerability of Nigerian businesses in climate-related risks and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Commerce for further legislative action. Honorable colleagues, the fifth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to amend the Federal Universities of Agriculture Act Cap F22, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 as amended, to make provision for the establishment of the Federal University of Agriculture, Ningi, Bauchi State, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Hashimu Adamuranga, honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 14th November 2023. I will now invite Honorable Hashimu to move that the bill be read a second time.
Thank you, Your Excellency Tajuddin Abbas, PhD, GCON. My respected colleagues, my name is Honorable Adam Hashim Ranga, a member representing Ningiwarji Federal Constituency. I'm from Bauchi State. I stood this afternoon to move a bill for an act to amend the Federal University of Agriculture Act Cap F22, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 as amended, to make a provision for the establishment of Federal University of Agriculture, Ningi, Bauchi State, and for related matters, HB 890, I so submit. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to this bill? Honorable Kalaje.
Thank you, sir. Let's move mic, my lord.
Right Honorable Speaker, the People's Speaker, I am Honorable Kalejaya Adeboye Paul, PhD. I represent Ajeromi Felodun Federal Constituency, the mini Nigeria. I'm from Lagos State, the state of aquatic splendor. I hereby second the bill for a second reading. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion, please say aye. Those against, you say nay. The ayes have it. This is an establishment bill. With your kind permission, we'll go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this bill go for second reading, say aye. Those against, you say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to amend the Federal Universities of Agriculture Act F22 Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 as amended to make provision for the establishment of the Federal University of Agriculture, Ningi, Bauchi State, and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Agricultural Colleges and Institutions for further legislative action. The sixth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to amend the Federal Colleges of Education Act number 43, 2023 to establish Federal College of Education Technical EB, Taraba State, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Ayuba Aboki Zaku Dampar, honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, 6 February 2025. And now invite Honorable Dampar to move that the bill be read a second time.
Your Excellency, honorable members, my name is Prince Ayuba Zaku Dampar, member representing Ukari, Ibi. Your Excellency, I'm from Taraba State. Your Excellency, sir, I rise here today to lead a debate.
Honorable Kavilat, you and the members of Lagos Mafia, please
number
sit
43
properly.
of 2023 to establish a Federal College of Education, Technical in Ibi, Taraba State, and for related matters, HB 2025. I so move, Your Excellency.
Honorable Kavilat, can you second this motion after telling us the subject matter of this bill?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good afternoon. My name is Kafilat Ogbara. I represent Koshofe Federal Constituency, and I'm from Lagos State, the Center of Excellence. I hereby second the motion ably moved by my colleague.
Which motion is that?
Order 6. Order 6 of the order paper.
Order 6?
Yes, sir.
Do we have any order 6 in
Yes,
on the order
sir.
paper?
A bill for an act to amend Federal Colleges of Education Act number 43, 2023 to establish Federal College of Education.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Honorable colleague, this is also another establishment bill. With your kind permission, we'll go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this bill go for second reading, say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to amend the Federal Colleges of Education Act number 43, 2023 to establish Federal College of Education Technical EB, Taraba State, and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Federal Colleges of Education for further legislative action. The seventh order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to alter the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, to create additional local government areas in Imo State and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Amadi Akarachi Itinosa. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, 27th March 2025. And now I invite Honorable Akarachi to move that the bill be read a second time.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I remain Honorable Akarachi Orishema Tosa Etiosa Amadi. I represent the good people of Mbitoli Keduro, Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Imo State. I rise to move the motion that a bill for an act to alter the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, to create additional local government areas in Imo State and for related matters be read the second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Is there Honorable Henry there? Please, go ahead. Can see the face properly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Uchenna Harris Okonkwo.
Harris, okay.
Member representing Dembele North and South Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Anambra State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion moved that the bill be read for the second time. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is of it. Honorable Akarachi, how many local governments do you want us to add in Imo State?
Mr. Speaker.
But be brief, please, just for members to be educated.
Yes. Mr. Speaker, we hope to add 4 additional local governments in Imo State.
From the 3 senatorial zones or from 1 senatorial zone?
From 1 senatorial zone, Mr. Speaker.
All the 4?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, you are part from Akarachi. So with this, we go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this bill go for second reading, say aye. Those against you say nay. That is of it. Clerk.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to alter the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 to create additional local government areas in Imo State and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Constitutional Review for further legislative action. The 8th order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to provide legal framework for the free internet access program in selected public places in Nigeria and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Abubakar Yahya Kusada. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, October 3rd, 2024. I will now invite Honorable Kusada to move that the bill be read a second time.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues. I remain Abubakar Yahya Kusada, a member representing Kenkia Kusada in Gaya Federal Constituency from Katsina State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that a bill for an act to provide legal framework for pre-internet access program in selected public places in Nigeria and for related matters, HB 1751, be read for the second time. I so move, sir.
Any second, Honorable Dennis.
Thank you, Right Honorable the Speaker, the most popular speaker in this dispensation. Mr. Speaker, my name is Honorable Dennis Nnamdi Agbo. I represent the highly enterprising people of Igboeze North Udenu Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Enugu State. I rise this morning to second the motion that the bill be read a second time, as ably moved by
Honorable
Kusada.
Honorable Kelechi. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is of it. Honorable Kusada, you need to give us a little insight about what you are talking about in this bill.
Thank you, Your
members
Excellency.
will be accordingly informed and guided.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Honorable Kelechi, order, please. Honorable Mascot,
It is an honor
please.
to lead the debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to provide a legal framework for the pre-internet access program in selected public places in Nigeria and for related matters. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, you may recall that this bill was first read on Thursday, 3rd October 2024. As this bill is to establish a clear and sustainable legal foundation for the provision of pre-internet services in carefully selected public locations across the country. As digital connectivity becomes increasingly vital to national development, this bill proposes to institutionalize and regulate pre-internet access programs that will enhance access to internet. This bill provides a structure that enables collaboration between government institutions and the private sector partners while ensuring the security, accessibility, and the responsible use of public internet infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the need for this legislation cannot be overstated. In today's global landscape, internet access is not just a communication tool. It is an essential resource for education, employment, innovation, and civic participation. Unfortunately, millions of Nigerians, especially in rural and low-income communities, remain digitally excluded due to high data cost, limited infrastructure, and the lack of public access points. Mr. Speaker, this digital divide not only perpetuates inequality but also undermines national productivity and social mobility. Providing internet service in public places offers a powerful way to bridge this gap. Students will be able to access educational resources, conduct research, and participate in online learning. Job seekers can apply for opportunities, take online courses, and connect with professional networks. Small businesses owners and entrepreneurs will have a platform to promote their goods and services, engage in digital marketing, and expand their customer base. Mr. Speaker, some of the key objectives of this bill is: 1, to establish a legal and institutional framework for free internet access.
Honorable Kusada, I think we have had enough. Thank you so much for the explanation. Honorable colleagues, I'm sure you are more educated on this. Yes, Honorable Chinda.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. I think I want to contribute to this because I truly don't feel very comfortable with it. The bill seeks to provide legal framework for free internet access in selected public places. Mr. Speaker, you know, my dear colleagues, that internet provision today has been privatized. The implication of this is that government will need to pay. That's 1. 2, provision of free internet, to me, is more of a policy and should not have a legal framework to make it compulsory. Because once we have a law, what it means is that if government fails to provide it, government is going against the law that we have made. But rather, if this has come as a way of motion to ask that free internet should be provided in certain public places, it would have been better. So I will pray that the sponsor looks at it again to bring this by way of motion, rather than passing a bill into law, making it compulsory for free internet provision. Besides, let me also ask if there are other climes that have such legislation in place where internet is compulsorily, by law, provided free. He could oblige us so that we'll be better enlightened on these issues.
Thank you. Honorable Wale, are you going to talk on the same thing or you have something different to contribute?
Yes, just to add, Mr. Speaker, that internet provision have actually been concessioned to service providers, and it comes at a cost. For example, if you go to Nigeria, if you land in our airports or in foreign countries, yes, you have access to free internet, and people enjoy same to promote their businesses. Similarly, if you go to some high institutions, both within Nigeria and outside this country, people also enjoy free internet services, but it comes at a cost. So it is a good, noble idea, Mr. Speaker, but the issue is this: who bears this cost? Who is going to pay? So, yes, there are public places, parks, where you enjoy free internet services, but I can tell you that the cost of such are already built into certain bills. When you enter a park, you pay. And when you pay, you enjoy free internet. You might think it is free, but actually somebody is bearing the cost to promote their businesses. So I align with the view canvassed by the minority leader that perhaps a motion persuading, service providers to ensure this might be apt. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Wale. Honorable Dennis, 1 minute, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity again. The fact that around the world we have places, public places where internet is accessed free of charge is without doubt. Everybody accepts that. The question is, being that internet provision is a commercial venture, who pays for it? Now, this bill, Mr. Speaker, I'm speaking in support of the bill because it says it wants to create the legal framework for the provision of such free internet. Maybe in parks, maybe in the airport, maybe in schools, at rural places, in such public places. How do we create the enabling framework for the deployment of such free internet if we accept that it is good and desirable? Mr. Speaker, we have a committee of this House that is in charge of corporate social responsibility. What we are saying is that if the exclusion of internet in some of these rural places is now creating an exclusion for those people who cannot afford this internet, is there a way that we can share this cost among the internet providers and also even with the government if it can be subsidized in one way or the other, provided that access to internet becomes available to people even at such rural places and also at public facilities without people coming to prevented from having access to internet in such public places. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I speak to support this bill to go for
Kusada, do you have anything to say?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I think I had the observation made by senior colleagues and Honorable Dennis who support the bill. Mr. Speaker, I want to enlighten our colleagues that the purpose or one of the key objectives of providing this bill is to ensure alignment with existing national digital policy, cyber security standard and privacy law. So the bill is not in any way saying that we are imposing or we are mandating necessarily that internet service must be provided. No, we have to have a legal framework that will guide the use and establish or make it for the government to provide in these public places, like in schools, like in airports, where people can access internet without paying. This is what the bill is all about.
Okay, honorable colleagues, you have heard, so who will be able to know who is in support, who is not in support, we put the question. Those in support of this motion, go for second reading, say aye. Those against, say nay. There is have it. Clerk.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to provide legal framework for free internet access program in selected public places in Nigeria and for related matters. Second reading.
Honorable colleague, this bill is referred to the Committee on Digital and Information Technology for further legislative action. The ninth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to provide for establishment of Federal University of Environmental Science, or HAUCO, Ebonyi State, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Ize Nwachukwu Ize. Honorable members recall that the bill was read the first time on Wednesday, 26 July 2023. I now invite Honorable Ize to move that the bill be read the second time.
Thank you, the Honorable Speaker, our own GCON, the Iyazaza. Eze Nwachukwu Eze is my name. Ivoro Kalego is my chieftaincy title. Mr. Speaker, I am from the most peaceful and fastest growing state in Nigeria, governed by the most generous governor. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Ebonyi State, representing the good people of Ebonyi, Ohuku Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning to move a motion for a bill of an act to provide for the establishment of Federal University of Environmental Sciences, Ebonyi, in Ohuku local government area
of Ebonyi State, and for related matters, HB 284. I so move.
Any seconder to this bill? Honorable Regina.
Honorable Speaker, Yazazab, the man who is women friendly.
I hope people will not misinterpret what Honorable Regina is saying.
My name is Regina Kume from Benue State, representing the good people of Bokotaka constituency. Your Excellency, I'm from Benue State. I stand here to second the motion moved by my colleague. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. Let's have it. This is an establishment bill with account permission. We go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this bill go for second reading, say aye. Those against should say nay. Let's have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act provide for establishment of Federal University of Environmental Science, Ohaku, Ebonyi State, and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on University Education for further legislative action. The 10th order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to provide for establishment of the Federal College of Nursing and Midwifery, Ikara, Kaduna State, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Aliu Mustafa Abdullahi. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 13th May 2025. I will now invite Honorable Abdullahi to move that the bill be read a second time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Aliu Mustafa Abdullahi, member representing the good and peaceful people of Ikara, Kubau Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Kaduna State. I rise to move that a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of the Federal College of Nursing and Midwifery, Ikara, Kaduna State, and for related matters, HB 1785, be read for the second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Honorable Banye.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Architect Usman Murtala Banye, member representing people of Batagarawa, Cherenchirimi Federal Constituency from Katsina State. I rise to second the motion that the bill for my friend should be heard for the second time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. The bill is an establishment one. With your kind permission, we put the question. Is there anyone who doesn't want Ikara to have a school of nursing? Honorable Munir, are you on the same page?
Very much so, sir.
What of Makarifi Kudan?
Very much guaranteed, sir.
Really?
Yes, sir. And we're also waiting for them, sir, to come to our own side of the aisle, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, as a sign of goodwill, Abi, we support it. Okay, so we put the question. Those in support of this bill go for second reading, say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Clerk?
About 12,000.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to provide for establishment of the Federal College of Nursing and Midwifery, Ikara, Kaduna State and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Health Institutions for further legislative action. The 11th order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to amend the Nigerian Meteorological Agency Act number 29 of 2022 and for related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Abiodun Isiaq Akilade. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 4th March 2025. I now invite Honorable Akilade to move that the bill be read the second time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, Abiodun Isiaq Akilade is my name, representing Yewa South, Ikpokia Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. I'm from Ogun State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the bill for an act to amend the Nigeria Meteorological Agency Act, number 29, 2022, and for related matters, HB 3009, be read for second time. Mr. Speaker, I hereby move.
Any seconder? Honorable Fulata.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My respected colleagues, I am Abubakar Hassan Fulata. I represent Burniwa Krika Samaguli Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise to second the motion ably moved by Right Honorable Abiodun Isiaq Akilade that a bill for an act to amend the Nigerian Meteorological Agency Act be read the second time. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Honorable Akilade, you need to explain what part of the act you want to amend and why.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. Once again, my name is Akilade Abiodun. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, Nigeria Meteorological Agency Establishment Act was enacted to provide for the regulation and methodology and for related matters. Mr. Speaker, NIMET is both regulator and service provider. NIMET activities include weather-related services and climate information in the country. It similarly and modernize the meteorological services, ensuring that they are more effective in supporting national development, economic growth, and environmental protection. Mr. Speaker, colleagues, functions of NIMET. NIMET is the sole agency responsible for prescribing and issuing the meteorological information and data requirements for all sectoral activities in Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, colleagues, what this bill is trying to amend is one, to further strengthen the framework of the agency, and also majorly to increase the funding of NIMET by recovering the cost of services this agency provided for other government agencies. Like this agency provided information and data-related materials to NIMASA, NEWA, MPA, NAMA, and NCCA, and also the agricultural sectors, which includes sales of weather data, forecast, and consultancy services. This amendment is proposing that a certain percentage of the income of these agencies that they are providing services to should be paid to them. These funds, when collected, will help the agency, the NIMET, to support their operations and also infrastructural development. Also, this bill also is trying also that there should be Nigeria Meteorological Development Fund for the NIMET, for them to be able to have a lot of funds to do their operation. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I want you to support the second reading of this motion so that there will be, when the bill go to the public hearing, there will be a lot of input from the various stakeholders. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I hereby move.
Thank you, Honorable Akilade. Honorable members, I think we are enlightened about the areas of amendments. With your kind permission, we'll go ahead and put the question. Bear in mind that the public hearing will avail us the opportunity to provide additional inputs where the need arise. So those in support of this bill go for second reading say aye. Those against you say nay. That is have it. Clerk.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to amend the Nigerian Meteorological Agency Act number 29, 2022 and for related matters, second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Aviation Technology for further legislative action. The 12th order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to repeal the River Basins Development Authorities Act, Cap R9, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and enact, repeal the River Basins Development Authorities Bill for equitable distribution of river basins development authorities in Nigeria and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Ize Nwachukwu, honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 14th November 2023. I will now invite Honorable Nwachukwu to move that the bill be read the second time.
Thank you once again, our own dear Speaker, our own dear GCON, Ian Zawzaw, PhD. Eze Nwachukwu Eze is my name. I represent the good people of Ebonyi, Ohuku Federal Constituency. Most revered colleagues, I am from the rice production state, the most peaceful state, governed by the most generous governor in Nigeria. I'm talking about Ebonyi State, the south of the nation. Most revered colleagues, this is a bill for an act to repeal the River Basins Development Authorities Act, Cap R9, Laws of the Federation of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 2024, and enact the River Basins Development Authorities Bill for equitable distribution of river basin authorities in Nigeria and for related matters. Mr. Speaker, I move that this bill be read the second time.
Any seconder? Honorable Badao? No, let me recognize my brother from Enugu. He has not actually been given the opportunity in recent time. Badao, you seconded just yesterday, if I could remember. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, the People's Speaker. I remain my humble self, Honorable Chimobi Sam Atu. I represent the good people of Enugu North and South Federal Constituency of Enugu State. I rise to second the motion, heavily moved by my friend. Thank you.
Honorable Kelechi, can you kindly tell us what you are showing the minority leader that is so excited that he is equally excited?
No, Mr. Speaker, I'm telling him that, Mr. Speaker, you're doing very well. In fact, you are the first speaker the National Assembly has ever produced. That's what I was just telling him. And he agreed with me.
Where are we? Have we seconded? Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That's have it. This bill is a little bit tricky. I think members would want to know the details of what these amendments are all about. Let's allow him, Honorable Wase, to give us additional explanation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After the explanation, we will give you the opportunity to contribute either in support or against. So, where is the sponsor? Honorable Ize, can you explain what this bill is all about?
Speaker, most respected colleagues, Mr. Speaker, this is a bill for an act seeking to repeal the River Basins Authority Act of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Recall that these river basin authorities were established late 1970s. I'm going straight to the point. I'm not reading directly from this because it's lengthy. Let me abridge it for want of time.
Please go ahead.
The essence of this bill is to address the injustice, the inequality that the Southeast is suffering. Every other zone in Nigeria has two river basin authorities.
Every geopolitical zone?
Every geopolitical zone. Except the Southeast. That is with one called the Anambra Imo River Basin Development Authority. Now, this bill seeks to address these deficiencies, considering the fact that Southeast contributes heavily agriculturally in the state. In the Southeast, we don't have even a single dam to serve our farms. We only farm once in a year. So the river basin authorities being saddled with this primary assignment. A second one needs to be created in the Southeast, preferably situated in Ebonyi State because of the agricultural potential of the state. It will serve the purpose of providing water, dams, which is essential amenity for mankind. In fact, the primary aim of the government. So to bridge this gap, which this government in establishing a development commission so far has done well, let it be trickled down to this particular aspect because water is life and our people, we don't have it. Not just water,
that is all the bill is about, creation of additional river basin for the Southeast, right?
Yes, and it's not injurious to any zone or to anybody.
Okay. So, Honorable Wase, you are now probably more enlightened concerning the objectives of the bill.
The caption, Mr. Speaker, sir. Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, I think from the caption and the explanation of the sponsor of the motion, my name is Ahmed representing Wase. I'm quite speaking differently. If he's asking for an amendment to add for what he's asking for is different. We cannot have water basins, river basins equitably distributed because we do not have the same terrain. We do not have the factors that give you a river basin may not be the same. But it's not out of order for him to come with a bill to asking that he should have a river basin for instance, additional of what he's asking, not offending the language of the Constitution, because the language of the Constitution is very clear. When they're talking about equitable, you are taking section 14 for sir. And with that, I want to reject because of the peculiarities and manner. But rather, I accept that if he is asking for an establishment of an additional, I'm not against that one, sir. Thank you.
Honorable Chinda, is it possible at this level to change anything concerning the title of the bill to reflect what the sponsor is talking about? Is it within our hours, or is something that can only be done at the level of public hearing?
At the level of the committees, when they are coming back with it, they can. Because I was also worried when I saw repeal and reenactment. In fact, I even wanted to raise an objection that he didn't bring compendium to give us time to look at it critically. But if we are certain that all he is doing is an amendment to add an additional River Basin Development Authority, that's okay. So it should just be an amendment, not to repeal the entire law and then reenact. And I don't even have a copy of his compendium. Let us be sure before I sit here and then the Niger Delta River Basin Development Authority is removed completely. And then it will be difficult to enact it.
I believe, Honorable Easy, the chair rules, have you not sent the electronic copies, soft copies to people, members' emails? Easy. And with the opportunity we have during public hearing, we can do a lot of amendments on the name and any other aspect of the bill that we feel that is not palatable. So with your kind permission, we'll go ahead and put the question to get your support for this bill to go for second reading. Those in support of this bill go for second reading say aye. Those against you say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members. A bill for an act to repeal the River Basins Development Authority Act, Cap R9, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to enact the River Basin Development Authorities Bill for equitable distribution of river basins development authorities in Nigeria and for related matters. Second reading.
Honorable colleague, this bill is referred to the Committee on Water Resources for further legislative action. The 13th order of the day is a motion on recommittal of bills standing in the name of Honorable Francis E. Waive. Honorable Waive is invited to move the motion.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Francis A.G. Rogane Waives, my name. I represent the entire people of Ughelli North, Ughelli South, and Udu. I'm from Delta State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise to move a motion for the recommittal of bills. The House notes that the Nigerian Institute of Transport Technology Act, Repeal and Enactment Bill 2025.
Where is the House leader going?
HB 1038 and Nigerian Ports Economic Regulatory Agency Bill 2025, HB 500, were passed by the Senate and the House of Representatives and transmitted to the President for assent. The House observes that certain provisions in the forwarded bills are inconsistent or in conflict with the recently assented tax acts. Cognizance of the need to further scrutinize the two bills to expunge the inconsistency with the tax acts, the House resolves to commit the Nigerian Institute of Transport Technology Act, Repeal and Enactment Bill 2025, and the Nigerian Ports Economic Regulatory Agency Bill 2025 to the Committee of the Whole for consideration and passage. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Any seconder to this bill? Honorable Hashim Ibrahim? Hamisu, sorry.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, my name is Right Honorable Engineer Hamisu Ibrahim. I represent Number Tamakoda Federal Constituency. I'm from Kano State, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I stand this afternoon to second the motion heavily moved by my colleague. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is have it. This motion is referred to the Committee of the Whole for further legislative action. The 14th order of the day is a motion on the need to confirm the employment of qualified contract staff in the Transmission Company of Nigeria, standing in the name of Honorable Felix Uche Nweke. Honorable Nweke is invited to move the motion.
Right, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members, I'm Nweke Felix Uche. I represent Eleme Tai, Oyibo, Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from River State, the treasure base of the nation. I rise to move a motion on the need to confirm the employment of qualified contract staff in the Transmission Company of Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, the House notes that the Transmission Company of Nigeria controls the management of the Afam sub-region station in Oyibo local government area of River State and oversees the transmission of power
from 4 power plants. Also note that Oyibo local government area is a host community to Afam sub-region station, but the indigenes are employed as contract staff by the Transmission Company of Nigeria. Worried that the Transmission Company of Nigeria has been conducting recruitment exercises, employing new staff from other parts of the country, neglecting the indigenes who possess necessary qualifications and requisite experience, having worked as contract staff for at least 5 years, thereby causing friction within the host community. Concerned that if qualified and experienced indigenes are not given proper work opportunities and are limited to contract staff, agitations may escalate and disrupt power distribution in Abia, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Bayelsa, and Rivers State. Resolve to mandate the committees on labor, employment, and productivity and power to audit and ascertain the number of qualified AFAM indigenous contract staff who have served for at least 5 years and investigate why their employment cannot be regularized during recruitment and report within 4 weeks for further legislative action. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Contribution?
Yeah.
I start with Honorable Idris Ahmed Wase.
Then, Mr. Speaker, sir, my name is Ahmed Idris, representing Wase Federal Constituency, Plateau State. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, I want to appreciate my brother for having the concern to have his people employed or Nigerians employed. But, Mr. Speaker, this particular motion is offensive. It's against the Nigerian Constitution. And I'm quoting particular reference, section 14.3 of the Nigerian Constitution. It's very clear that the composition of government or the federation or any of its agencies shall be carried out in such a manner as to reflect the federal character of Nigeria. This is a constitutional provision. Two, Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, my brother who is bringing this motion is comfortably seated here in the National Assembly, center and capital of Nigeria, FCT. I believe the baggies are here. They cannot come and say, okay, we must have 100% or whatever number percentage. That is not how this country should be run. It is on equity, fairness, and justice. And if you are talking about contract staff, it's offensive too. If anybody employs a Nigerian beyond 6 months on contract, it's quite very offensive. And there should be nobody that should be that employment. So what I fear, and what I fear for other Nigerians, that if this motion is allowed to pass, agencies of government will begin to employ from that local community and thereby denying this fusion that we're supposed to have and unity of the country. And before you know it, there will be more problem that will be created than even solving the problem. I want to beg my brother that yes, there's concern, but there are procedures. Before you get an appointment into the federal system, they are laid down rules. That not be that yes, there's an agency AB started in ABC places. What is ceded to the communities is the junior staff from what he has quoted. That one is automatic. No, sir, it's automatic, sir. That one is automatic. But what he's asking for, he's asking for contracts who are being employed. And it's like getting into the system through the back door. This is offensive, it's against the spirit of Constitution, against our unity, and I think I want to beg that he should look again or do his own motion, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the contribution. Let me yield the floor to Honorable Wale to hear his own views.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for yielding the floor to me once again. Oluwole Oke, Ijesha North. Mr. Speaker, TCN has operations, formations in various parts of the country. I am supporting my colleague on the issue of contract staff that overstayed as contract personnel of TCN in various formations. And we should look into this matter. The motion is coming at the appropriate time. I also concur with our leader, the former Deputy Speaker of this House, that employment in federal government agencies should comply with extant rules and regulations. It is illegal to violate the provisions of federal character, not only in terms of employment, even in terms of provision of infrastructure facilities. Mr. Speaker, it's also slavery to employ Nigerians beyond 6 months as contract staff. And for what he's saying, yes, in local formations, you look at local personnel who are junior staff. Yes, that is done. But Mr. Speaker, you also have Nigerians, our brothers and sisters who are graduates, who are competent in various disciplines and still serving as contract staff and being underpaid. I am sure and confident that this Parliament, if this matter is referred to relevant committees of the House, will do justice so that Nigerian can earn a living wage. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, I think the minority leader also wants to add his voice. Let's hear what he's going to say.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm very grateful, my dear colleagues. I very truly align myself with those who have contributed on this motion, but I would rather want us to find a solution to it. I was also worried when I saw that the prayer asked for employment of persons from AFAM. And I agree that that would not be in tandem with provision of our constitution, because you can't limit employment to a particular community and then shut out the others. Besides that, even the contract staff, I'm sure that there are contract staff that are not from AFAM that are working in TCN. But whether there is need for us to investigate the employment system in TCN, I think the answer is yes. And then whether they are in line with the constitutional provision, I don't want us to completely rely on what we have in the motion paper before us, because what we have called for is investigative. So let us not completely condemn them until we investigate.
So why don't you come up with an amendment to the prayers?
So I will pray that we look at this motion and amend the singular prayer by deleting AFAM in line 2 and also deleting at least 5 years and substitute it to read as follows: mandate the committees on labor, employment and productivity and power to audit and ascertain the number of qualified contract staff who have served beyond the statutory period and investigate why their employment cannot be regularized during the recruitment and in course of the recruitment, and report back within 4 weeks for further legislative action. So that way we are investigating violation of the labor law and the constitution by TCN. Thank you, sir.
Any seconder to this amendment? Honorable Billy.
Thank you, my right honorable speaker, my honorable colleagues, Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Famous Adesuwa Osawaru. I represent the good people of Orion Wode Federal Constituency of Edo State. A very proud Benin Chief. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the amendment ably moved by the minority leader, so second.
Those in support of this amendment should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Another amendment? Okay, let's hear from Honorable Abiente first.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. My very distinguished colleagues. Well stated. All the contributions are quite apt and noted. And the amendment from the minority leader is also in place. But I think that it does not assuage the constitutional gap, the constitutional requirement of federal character. There is
a committee that should have taken the lead. So my amendment is to include the Federal Character Committee so that whatever will be done will be weighed along the constitutional provisions. You see how they conform before it can be admitted before Parliament. So we add the Federal Character Committee of the House. Thank you.
Any seconder to this amendment? Honorable Shetima.
Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I remain Lawan Shetima Ali, representing Bursari Gaidam in the Saripere constituency. I hereby rise to second the motion ably moved by Honorable Abenti. I so second, sir.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is have it. Any more? Oh, this has taken care of your own. Oh, fantastic. Did we take a seconder to the main motion? Any seconder? If you are ethically sitting in this chamber, you have no any hidden agenda. Please rise and second this motion. Honorable Gali, are you sure with your red cap you are ethically dressed?
I'm the only ethical member sitting here because I chair the Committee of Ethics and Privileges.
So Honorable Idris Wase is not ethically, being our elder. Is that what you're saying? Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Dr. Gali Mustafa Tijani. I represent Alabasu Gaya Ajingi Penal Constituency. I rise to second this very important motion. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion as amended say aye. Those against say nay. There is have it. This motion is referred to the Committees on Labor, Employment and Productivity, Power and Federal Character for further legislative action. The 15th order of the day is a motion on the need to implement the provisions of the Nigerian Police Academy Act 2021 to expand the academy to multiple campuses across the country. Standing in the name of Honorable Kalejai Adeboye Paul, Honorable Ibrahim, are there more than one? Is there?
Only one.
Only one. So I saw Ibrahim's name written. So Honorable Paul, kindly move your motion.
Right, Honorable Speaker, dear colleagues, my name is Honorable Kalejai Adeboye Paul, PhD. I represent Ajeromi Felodun Federal Constituency, the mini Nigeria. I'm from Lagos State, the state of aquatic splendor. I rise this afternoon to move a motion as ably tagged by Right Honorable Speaker on the need to implement the Nigerian Police Act of 2021 to expand the academy to multiple campuses across the 6 geopolitical zone. Note that the Nigerian Police Academy Act...
Correction, is that what we have on the other paper? 6 geopolitical zones, you cannot read anything that is contrary to what has been captured. So please...
What we have here is to expand to other parts of the country.
Fantastic.
But in the body is so specified. I'll get there. Note that the Nigerian Police Academy Act provide for the establishment, development, and expansion of the Nigerian Police Academy as a degree awarding institution for the teaching and education of officers of the Nigerian Police Force. Also note that Section 3 of that Act, under the oversight of the Governing Council, empowers it to establish such campuses, colleges, faculties, institutions, schools, and units within the academy as may be necessary or desirable, subject to the approval of the National Universities Commission. Observes that the Governing Council of the Nigerian Police Academy is chaired by the Minister of Police Affairs. Worried that despite this provision, as provided in Section 3 of the Act, the Nigerian Police Academy continues to operate a single campus across the country as establishment in Wudi in Kano State. In line with these provisions, and cognizant of the need to establish more campuses which will provide inclusiveness and strengthen capacity of Nigerian Police Academy to train officers effectively, resolved to 1. Call on the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, who is also the visitor to the Academy, to recognize the importance of establishing additional campuses in 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. 2, all the Governing Council of the Nigerian Police Academy to immediately commence implementation of the provisions of this Act. 3, also urge the Nigerian Universities Commission to so recognize these additional campuses to be created. And 4, mandate the Committee on Police Institution, Police Affairs, University Education, and Appropriation to collaborate with the Governing Council of the Nigerian Police Academy to effectively implement this motion. I so move. Thank you.
Any seconder? I will yield the floor to you for comments. Anyone seconding, please? The man with the cap, I can't see the face properly. The one next to Kalajaye. Can you please get up for us to... is it Hussein? Please go ahead.
Respected Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker of the 10th Assembly, the People's Speaker of this 10th Assembly, my respected colleagues, my name is Engineer Aderemi Abbas Oseni. I represent the entire people of Ido-Ibarakwa East Federal Constituency. I am from Oyo State. I rise this afternoon to second the motion on the need to implement the provision of the Nigerian Police Academy Act 2021 to expand the academy to multiple campuses across the country, as ably raised by my brother and a friend, Honorable Kalejaye Adeboye Paul, PhD. I so second.
Contribution? Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. My name is Afolabi Afwakwe. I represent Abeokuta South Federal Constituency. Well, I want to thank the mover of this motion, but I'm worried that this act has not been violated in any way, because it stated that as may be necessary or desirable. In such act thing, I think the mover should have let us see the need for more campuses. The one we're having, is it not enough to take care of the people that have been trained? Because the thing say as desirable. If they think that's the best thing for now, I don't think they violated anything. But I would have loved a situation whereby the argument will be that.
I do not think he is querying. He is saying that there is a need to have additional to take care of.
No, he said, sir, he said that to implement the provision, he said to implement that provision. That say, and is now acting of section 3 that say to establish all campuses, blah blah like that, as may be necessary or desirable. I would have loved the mover to take us to this. That what is it necessary? Why is it desirable? That we should have more. And more importantly, sir, this is a specialized institutions. Do you have enough capacity if you want to have all of that federation to train across the states? Are we mindful of the cost implication why we are clamoring to reduce cost of governance in the nation? We need to look at all this. Cannot say that because the ASTEL should have more campuses, it is necessary. Is it needed? What is the number of students there now? Why do we need to have more? I think that will be more important than just to say that because it is stated and it should be done like this.
Thank you. Let me yield the floor to Honorable Salami, and then we'll come to Wase and Gali.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Bamidele Salam. I represent the fantastic people of Ede North, Ede South, Egbedore, Ejigbo Federal Constituency of Osun State. Mr. Speaker, I want to speak in support of the essence of this motion. And with due respect to my colleague who just spoke now, I think there is enough indication in the body of the motion as to the necessity. If we look at the fourth paragraph of the motion, Mr. Speaker, he says that the lack of multiple campuses limit access and opportunities to quality police training across the country. That's a justification. The next paragraph, he also says that having more campuses will promote inclusiveness and strengthen the capacity of the police to train officers effectively. And also, Mr. Speaker, we have a provision in the Enabling Act that allows them to do this. All the motion is asking for is to give effect to the provision contained in an act passed by this same parliament. So I don't really see anything that is injurious either to the establishment or to the intent of this academy. If we have more campuses, it will expand opportunities, it will create more avenue for other parts of the country to also have police officers trained in a very short distance to where the facility is. So I so support that this motion should be passed by the House, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Idris Ahmed Wase.
Right Honorable Speaker, sir, my respected colleagues, once again, my name is Ahmed Idris, representing Wase Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, I wasn't to, first of all, bring the attention of my brother who says the provision raised by our brother calling our attention that what the Act stipulates is that subject to, and it's there, it's captured there. It says also note, that's in 2, that Section 3 of the Act empowers the Academy under the oversight of its governing council to establish such campuses, colleges, faculties, institutions, schools, and units within the Academy as may be necessary. It's there. So as may be necessary means first there has to be in need in terms of need assessment. What we are having today, is this satisfactory? Do they have, is the institution overstretched? If it's overstretched, no problem, sir. If it's not overstretched, why do we have to go and establish institutions at the end of the day? That you may not have the necessary facility that will support and give us the best output. Sir, all over the country, Nigerians and all over the world, Nigerian armies are taken to Sandhurst for training. Why is this so? It's because of the state of the art and facility there. In police academy, I think the best in the world is India. Most training are taking place there. Why can we develop our one to a very good standard and establish one that can give us the best? We should not be working on emotion and sentiment. I don't want to believe so. My belief is that first we should have the best and nothing but the best. Thank you very much, sir. This is my submission.
Honorable Bob, please. Yes, you are
Honorable
the speaker.
Right Honorable
You know,
Speaker.
he's a celebrant today. You have to take it easy with him.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise to align myself with Honorable Wase, and I will raise only 2 points. Mr. Speaker, these institutions employed only minimal number of personnel, and according to federal character. The chairman of police can attest to the fact that every state is being represented during the employment. Similarly, thousands of Nigeria do apply, but only few get this opportunity. And still, that academy has the capacity to employ much, but because of the fact that it's a specialized training or institution, the police knows their need. Therefore, I think there is no point. Similarly, Mr. Speaker, if you establish so many campuses across Nigeria, are all Nigerians going to the police? No. Therefore, I think these institutions should be empowered to have enough capacity, to admit Nigerians from every angle. It's similar to going to School of Navy. You cannot find it in other states. Therefore, I think this is very important that we should understand that these institutions is only purposely meant for the Nigerian police, and Nigerian police should be equipped so that they can establish that institution according to world standard, so that every Nigerians that have the opportunity, they will go. And like I said earlier, is based on federal character. Therefore, there is no any section of this country that is being disrepresented or not represented in the admitting of the Nigerian police. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Gali. Let's hear from the chairman of the Committee on Police Institutions, what he has to say concerning this motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Barrister Aliu Wakili Boya, a member representing Fufore, Song Federal Constituency. Mr. Chairman, I'm from Adamawa State. Mr. Speaker, sir. As a chairman committee on police institution, Mr. Speaker, I concur with our leader, Honorable Wase, because we know the challenges of the Nigerian Police Academy in Wudil. Up till now, we did not implement even 40% of the facilities needed in that institution. We have challenges of accommodation, exams halls, conference halls, and even the training grounds. So there's a lot of things need to be added in Nigerian Police Academy to be one of the best in the world. Because we copy from Nigerian Police, in the Pakistan Police Academy. Up till now, the blueprint is there, and we did not implement even up to 30%. What I'm saying now, let's concentrate in the Nigerian Police Academy Wudil, empower them, inject them with major projects so that they can be fully equipped to compete with any other police academy in the world. Besides, if you see the law, what the law is saying is persuasive, is advisory. Maybe as time goes on, in next 10, 20 years to come, we can do this, what he's saying, but not now. And also, Mr. Speaker, we recently passed the police institution bill here, whereby all the police colleges, now they became degree awarding institutions. We are waiting for the Mr. President to assent the bill. Once this bill is assented, whether you are a policeman or a private person, you can get admission into any police college across the country. You can get your degree in the police college. So at present, we are not supporting for any campuses of the Nigerian Police Academy.
So let's hear finally from Honorable Wale, okay, and then we put the question. Okay?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Once again, Uluwale Okejesha, North Osun State. Mr. Speaker, I think we should address issues as state men. What my colleague from Ogun State, my colleague from Lagos, Ajeromi Kalejaye, Mr. Speaker, what he has done via this motion is to draw our attention to the provisions of the law. His position is persuasive, is advisory, that the police academy should comply with the law. Thank God my chairman, because I'm a member of that committee, is a lawyer, and we are discussing here that this motion is not offensive in any nature. Sir, Nigerian police, there are several institutions lying fallow in the country. One of such is located in Larongo. He has just attested to the fact that they lack facilities in Kano. And you have facilities in Larongo lying fallow. You have facilities in Ikeja lying fallow. Mr. Speaker, let me also say this, Mr. Speaker. Nigerian police is the best trainer all over the world. We perform very well in Haiti. We perform very well in Sierra Leone, where we have gone to train to develop manpower. Mr. Speaker, so if we have facilities in various parts of the country, lying fallow, and you have attested to the fact that, yes, you lack facilities in Kano, it won't be a crime if we have campuses in these places to maximally deploy this infrastructure. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Wale. I think we have taken enough contributions for and against the motion. So it's up to us to decide whether this motion is the right one at this time or not. So I will go ahead. Did we get a seconder? Did we take a seconder for this motion? We did. Okay. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. So this motion is referred to the committees on police institutions, police affairs, university education and appropriation for further legislative action. The 16th order of the day is a motion on the need to include representatives of local government areas and FCT area councils in the composition of Federal Account Allocation Committee, standing in the name of Honorable Shehu Saleh Rijal. Honorable Rijal is invited to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My respected honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Shehu Saleh Rijal, representing Magama Rijal Federal Constituency of Niger State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move a motion on the need to include representatives of local government areas and FCT area council in the composition of Federal Account Allocation Committee, FAC. The House, note that Section 7.1 of Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended establishes local government area council as a third-tier system of government. While Section 162.3 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 provide for the entitles the local government council to share directly in the federation account allocation as benefiting entities. Also note that the Supreme Court has construed Section 162.5 and 6 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 to effect that states are agents of the federation to collect local government allocation from the federation account and pay to local government council, and do not give the state any right or interest in the said allocation to the local government area council from the federation account. The Supreme Court went further also, state that the duty of the state is to simply convey to the local government their allocation from the federation account. Aware that the Supreme Court has further recognized that the approach of a direct payment of the local government council will achieve the intention and purpose of the Constitution and accord with the smooth running of the system of paying local government area council their allocation from the federation account. Also aware that the Supreme Court has also pronounced to the effect that paying the local government through their state of the federation has not worked. Therefore, justice demands that local government area council allocation from the Federation account should henceforth be fed directly to the local government council. Observe that Section 5 of the Allocation of Revenue, that's Federation Account Act 1981, prescribe the membership of the Federation Account Allocation Committee to be only representative of federal government and state government, to the exclusion of the third tier of government, that's local government council. Also observed, this provision of the Act is no longer consistent with the current interpretation of Section 162(5) and 6, 1999, that is Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, as recently determined by the Supreme Court in its judgment of July 2024. Further observed that it is imperative to urgently harmonize the provision of the Section 5 of the Act with the Constitution and its current interpretation by the Supreme Court. Aware that representatives of the state had always represented local government council at FAC. However, in light of the current position of the Constitution as interpreted by the Supreme Court, it has become imperative that a representative of local government council per state and FCT area council be nominated to represent their interests at FAC. Resolved, urge the federal government to ensure one representative of each state, of each local government council per state and FCT council are included as a member of FAC. To communicate the resolution to the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy as the Chairman of FAC for necessary action. Lastly, mandate the Committee on State and Local Government to ensure compliance. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Zana.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable Zanna Usman, representing the good people of Kagagu, Bioma, Gumeri Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Borno State. I rise this afternoon to second the motion ably moved by my friend Shehu Saleh Rijau. I so second, Mr. Speaker. But I will
Thank you. I thought I had somebody proposing for an amendment somewhere here. Honorable Solomon? Or is it observation? Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Solomon Bob from Rivers State. And I would like to acknowledge my honorable colleagues. This motion is, very problematic. First of all, the section that mandates FAC is a constitutional provision. And it is impossible to come by way of a motion to, I think you read it out there. Okay, 162. Okay, fine. It's a constitutional provision. So you cannot amend the Constitution by way of a motion. That's one, very critical. Secondly, I think that we need to say something about this continuous reference to local government as a tier of government. The section you quoted, section 7.1 of the Constitution, does not say that local government is a tier of government. And there's no country in the world operating a federal system where local government is a tier of government. But I won't go to global in making this point. I'll refer you to section 2, subsection 2 of the Constitution. It says Nigeria shall be excuse me. Let me read this to you. Yes. Nigeria shall be a federation consisting of states and the federal capital territory. This is how Nigeria is constituted, not by way of a third tier. Local governments are said consistently, not a tier government. We know, I'm aware of the Supreme Court judgment that seems to try to undercut this provision. Okay? But we have to go by what we have and go by global best practice. So for the point of view of your initial premise, tier government, no. Secondly, like I said from the beginning, you cannot amend a basic constitutional provision regarding those who can participate in fact through a motion. So with all due respect, my dear friend, I think that this motion, in my view, in my very humble view, you know, we need to take a second look at it. Thank you very much.
Solomon.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Salami, and then after him from Honorable Manusoro.
I thank you most sincerely, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. Bamidele Salam, at the north, at the south, Egbedore and the Jibo Federal Constituency of Osho State. Mr. Speaker, let me first start by correcting my learned friend who spoke much earlier, that I agree with you on the issue of what constitutes true federalism as constituting the federation and the federating units, being the federal government and the state. I agree absolutely with you on that. But on the content of this motion, Mr. Speaker, the motion does not seek to amend a constitutional provision. What the motion draws attention to is the fact that by the recent pronouncement of the Supreme Court, a particular section of an act of parliament, not the Constitution, has been rendered nugatory, because the Constitution says that if there's any law that is passed and is inconsistent with any of the sections of the Constitution, that law will become null and void to the extent of the inconsistency. And that is exactly what the mover of the motion has made reference to when he quotes the section where those who are allowed to participate, that is the section 5 of the allocation of revenue federation account, prescribes the membership of the FAC. It is the membership of the FAC that he's talking about. And the section you mentioned in the Constitution, which is section 162(5) of the Constitution, was recently interpreted by the Supreme Court to the effect that local government are to have financial autonomy. And that is exactly what the mover of the motion is asking that we should give effect to. And Mr. Speaker, I personally think this is very important. When you first used the first statement of problematic, I thought what will concern us is how do you ensure membership of 774 local government in fact? These are issues that can raise concern. Is it that it will be based on the zonal level or whatever it is? I agree that there will be those complexities that we need to resolve. But sincerely speaking, going by a Yoruba proverb, you cannot shave a man's head in his absence. The monies that go from this account are meant for the three levels of government: the federal, the state, and the local. And the fact sits every month without local government representation. I think this is unfair. They should be involved. How we're going to bring this to happen, I think is left for the policymakers. So, Mr. Speaker, I support the intent and the spirit of this motion. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Manusoro, after you, Honorable Idris Ahmed will speak, and then the Deputy Chief Whip. And then
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable
We are
colleagues.
taking too many. I think looking at the time.
Manusoro is my name.
But we'll see if we have time.
That is Oganjua Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that implementing this motion will be practically impossible, in the sense that the same constitution that give rise to the FAC also give rise to what is called State Joint Account Allocation Committee. While the federal component of the FAC is taking place here, after it has taken place, each and every state goes back to their states to hold what is called State Joint Account Allocation Committee, JAC. So the Constitution in section 162, subsection 7, 8, and 9 give rise to what is called an amount standing to the credit of local government. Such an amount, Mr. Speaker, can only be determined after deductions has been made with regards to the obligations concerning the UVEC, deductions concerning State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, and even universities in some states. So for us to say that representatives of local government should come to the federal to sit at FAC, I think is counterproductive. Rather, I have a suggestion. I want to amend the prayers by delegating all the prayers to say that the state joint account, the jack that is holding place at the state, should incorporate all the local government council chairmen for the purpose of transparency and inclusivity. I so submit, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, so you are proposing an amendment to a prayer, right? Or to the prayer?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. I want to prefer an amendment.
So let me delay a little, getting you a secondum to hear others. Perhaps what they would say will shed more light as to whether people will support the amendment or not.
Thank you,
okay?
sir.
Right, Honorable Speaker, sir. My respected colleagues, my name is Ahmed Idris, representing Wase Federal Constituency of Plateau State. Mr. Speaker, I don't know what is wrong with my brother today.
Which of your brothers?
My brother.
You have several here.
Yes, sir. The chairman, popular account, sir.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. I think if you have read the content of what my brother presented, he wouldn't have argued the lines of his argument or toward that line. And the argument here of what I'm bringing the attention of the House over that observe that section 5 of the allocation of the revenue federation account etc. Act 1981 prescribed the membership of the Federal Accounts Allocation Committee, in fact, to be only representatives of the federal government and state government, to the exclusion of the local government. You say exclusion, you say inclusion. Exclusion, meaning they are not there by law. And so you can't come by through motion to amend a law. The judgment, sorry sir, the judgment does not call about, it's not talking about allocation, it's talking about payments. Thank you, sir. It's not about membership. So, Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, I'm a local person. I believe that everything should be done right. And I believe if the local governments are benefiting, Nigeria will be better. But in support of the motion, of this attempt, it should come with proper law, a bill, to cure the matter, to amend. So we all support, so that we will not be seen to do things that...
Yes, Honorable was saying, something that can come through the bill can also be equally discussed. Since we know motion is just purely advisory, it does not have the force of the law, but that does not mean you cannot kickstart a process of discussion. You understand? So I don't think presenting a motion, I'm not saying what he did is right or wrong. What I'm saying is that the fact that something is supposed to be supported by law can equally be done through motion, but you should know that the other one has more power, more force than the other. Since we know generally motion is just purely advisory.
I believe I not in alignment with my leader, sir. The reason why I'm not in alignment with that one, if there is a law that is in place, and then you want to now have an amendment to the law in terms of execution, you don't come by motion to say I want to amend, or you go and do the other way of what the law is speaking. That would be offensive, because popular accounts tomorrow will be the first to call them if they are going in the federation, or if I'm doing any oversight. The first thing I will ask any agency is when you are going contrary against the law. So putting a motion to correct a law is not in the right direction, sir. So they should come with a correct bill to support what they are going to do, or what is thinking. That's what I think should be done. And I still stand by that, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, leader. Let's hear from Honorable Isiaka, and please, honorable members, because of time, we draw the curtain there and then allow you, after hearing from both those who are in support and those who are not in support, to actually take position. Honorable Isiaka.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Right Honorable Dr. Ibrahim Ayokunle Isiaka, Ifo Ogun State. Mr. Speaker, I've listened to what all my leaders and colleagues have said, but I'm
surprised that everybody jumped Section 162, subsection 3, which makes this motion very potent, except we want to abdicate our responsibilities. 162.3 says, any amount standing to the credit of the Federation account shall be distributed among the federal and state governments and the local government councils in each state on such terms and in such manner as may be prescribed by the National Assembly. The drafters of this constitution, they have really even empowered this National Assembly to support the constitution.
Honorable Bob Solomon, can you check your constitution because you said it only recognizes two. So please, just check while he is reading this. No, we will not have time. No, we don't have time to argue. It's just for you to be guided. Honorable Isaka, go ahead, please conclude.
Yes, with due respect, I'm talking to the Constitution here. Except what I have here, which is my reference point, is different from what every other person's. So, the Constitution says in such a term or terms as may be prescribed by the National Assembly. That is, what? No. Not what is establishing here on this motion is, okay, if you are entitled to something, if you now want to shave his head behind him, what we are talking, and my position, Mr. Speaker, sir, is it will be very unwieldy asking 774 council chairmen to converge on Abuja for fact and sharing. They have their algon. I would have preferred if this can be amended, which is the representatives of the chairman to be part at the national level, which I think there are 3 or 4 thereabout, to be part of this. Whatever happens there, they will be able to. We will be protecting what we have been avoiding in this country if we allow this motion to pass. Because Supreme Court, they have spoken. People have been, and even on this floor, we have been standing defending how local governments have been so relegated and not considered. And with this, Mr. Speaker, this House will be writing its name on with this motion that we are standing behind them, standing behind the people, and making sure that local government that we know they are at their grassroots, we are protecting them to get what they actually deserve. That's my submission, sir, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. So let's go back to the earlier amendment by Honorable Manusoro. Do you think, based on these explanations, your proposed amendment is still valid or not?
Right Honorable Speaker, my proposed amendment still stands.
Can you read the amendment again so that members will be accordingly guided?
That the House urge the Federal Allocation Account Committee to work with the State Commissioners of Finance to expand the composition of the State Joint Allocation Account Committee to include all local government council chairmen for the sake of transparency
but
and inclusion.
The two are not the same now. The State Joint Allocation is not what is the subject matter here.
Your Excellency, the reason for this amendment, I have the prayer, please.
Hold on, please. Order. There is nothing wrong with what Honorable Manusoro is saying. He is saying additional prayer, right?
No, Your Excellency, is to delete prayer 1 and 2 so that this prayer can stand.
To delete prayer 1 and 2.
So
okay,
that this
let's test the gauge of the House. Is there anyone who is seconding this amendment?
Your Excellency, the reason being that
we don't need to. Members are already guided. Okay. So let's get a seconder to your amendment and hear whether we are in agreement. Any seconder to this? Seconder to his proposed amendment. Are you seconding? Is there anyone seconding Honorable Manusoro's amendment? None. Then let's go to Honorable Isiaka's amendment. Honorable Isiaka, can you please read out your amendment again?
Thank you very much once again, Mr. Speaker. Ibrahim Ayokunle Isiaka. Like I said, that to be too unwieldy, to ensure one representative of each local government for the fact that I now therefore want us to amend this prayer 1 by saying that urge the federal government to ensure that representatives of ALGON, chairman and their secretaries at the national level, yes, that's what I'm saying, chairman and the secretary of ALGON at the national level. Only chairman. Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you, sirs. Thank you. It's called president. Okay, president of national chairman. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm guided. You are registered. You are recognized. As local government chairman.
Honorable Isiaka, we're waiting for you.
Okay,
make
sir.
up your mind.
Thank you very much. My amendment, prayer 1, if anybody wants to consider that, they should come by way of motion. My amendment, prayer 1, is that urge the federal government to ensure that the president of Association of Local Government of Nigeria should be part of the FAC, Federal Allocation, whatever, to be part of the FAC, who will in turn always feed the chairman back.
Shall be a representative
Yes,
of
sir.
all the 774.
Yes, sir. Representative of the 774 local governments.
Okay, any seconder to this amendment? Any seconder? Let's look at somebody who has not spoken. And the only Amazon in this chamber at this time. Oh, there are other Amazons. I didn't see my dear sister there. But Honorable Kafilat, if you want to second, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Kafilat Ogbara. Once again, I'm from Koshofe Federal Constituency and I'm from Lagos State Center of Excellence. I rise this afternoon to willingly second this motion that the chairman of ALGON at the national level should ALGON at the national level, the president of ALGON should be part of FAC. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this amendment should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is have it. Those in support of this motion as amended should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is have it. This motion is referred to the committees on states and local government, finance for further legislative action. Honorable colleagues, I have an announcement coming from the Chairman, Committee on Public Accounts. And his announcement goes as follows. This is to invite honorable members to the opening ceremony of the National Conference on Public Accounts and Fiscal Governance, holding as follows. Date, Monday, 7 July 2025. Time, 10 a.m. Venue, Congress Hall, Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Abuja. Announcer, Rep. Bamidele Salam. The leader of the House, please can you move for the suspension of other items on the order paper to enable us adjourn immediately. Clerk.
Rere. Come here, sir.
This doesn't look like, okay. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that we suspend all other items, including ancillary items or supplementary items to the other paper to enable us adjourn plenary. I so move.
The minority leader.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I rise to second the motion as moved by the House Leader. I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against should say nay. Then the nays should, we have not moved for the motion for adjournment date. This is just to seek for permission to suspend. So those against should say nay. I think Akapila to say nay, that we should continue. The ayes have it. Can you move for the adjournment to 15th of June, 11 a.m.?
Very, very happily.
July.
Today,
of July, 15th July.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that we adjourn plenary to the 15th of July, 2025, 11 a.m. at the same venue. I so move.
Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, having very well spent today, I rise to second the motion that the House do stand adjourned. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. House has adjourned to July 15th, Tuesday, 11 a.m. Thank you very much.